I found a picture of Granny's watching in high school. And so I'm joking. I guess it's going to be kind of like, even though the beginning is going to be a little bit like, what's going on? What's going on? All right. So recently I started talking about trauma again, right? I needed a break, but I'm back, right? I'm talking about the Glitter. I'm talking about Morbid. Anything related to trauma, I'm roasting and giving my true opinion, right? So I had a live stream that was pretty dope, man, where right after I debated this bozo, Morbid, not even debate. Let me not even say it. But right after I had a conversation, I attempted to, and then he cried and hid behind the females on his panel. I had a conversation with his ex, and it led to a whole bunch of, some would say, entertaining and informal, I guess, to some degree. You received a lot of information, right, from the conversation, and I thought it was a good piece of entertainment. Put it out. Seems like some other content creators reacted to it. I have no problem with that. I don't want anyone to think that I'm mad or because I'm cracking jokes right now that I have beef or drama with anybody. I don't. Like, to be honest, I don't have any kind of issue with grannies watching in any way, shape, or form, which is probably why I was a little bit confused by the passive aggressiveness. As I started listening to her reacting to my content, I decided to let me scroll through the comment section. Let me just see. And there was some shady stuff. Some shady stuff in the comment section. Let me just pull it up real quick so you guys can get an example of what I'm talking about. And then we'll listen to it, right, in full, in an unbiased way. But I did notice this. I wanted to point this out before we started reacting to it. A lot of people telling how dope the content is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Really great live. There's some positive stuff in here too, right? I'm not just going to pay attention to the negative. Really great live. You are great at these. Fair on both sides. Sorry, both women on that panel. Total Wackos, gotta love BX. I appreciate that, right? So not everything on here is negative. There's one in particular I do want to highlight. Hold on, great job, nothing wrong with that. She's getting some good words, encouragement. Where's it at? Ooh, okay, there's something right here. Let's see. Can't say it's all love here. Can't say it's all love here when you're taking passive aggressive shots at me. So somebody comments, BX loves him in echo chamber too. LOL, gotta put the LOL so no one takes it serious, right? And then she hearts it. To me, that's a symbol of you agree with it, right? So Granny's watching, mind you, I haven't made any videos on her recently, right? I think the last video I made on her was me saying, hey, I don't want no smoke, no drama, no nothing, but I'm keeping my distance. Like, there was people that, because they didn't like my opinion, they tried to strike my channel down. And she was like real buddy and doing panels with these people. I don't affiliate with that. To me, that's disgusting, right? Especially if when you want somebody to defend you, you all fake buddy with me, right? Yeah, hopping on my panels and doing streams, and it's like, hey, yeah, let's debate everybody that has a problem with me right now. Let's use you. And then some of the people that dislike you now because of me and tried to go at you and strike your channel down, yeah, after that, best of friends, promote them, all of this stuff. I think that's disgusting. So without me having any drama, any like real issue, I just let it be known I'm not backing this person. Don't come to me if they have any issues, which was a common thing at the time. Every time they ran into some kind of beef or drama, people was coming to me for some confirmation. And I let it be known I'm not that person. Don't have any beef or drama with them. But I'm not affiliating with them in any way, shape, or form. So I guess they kind of held some resentment. So they're even like telling people that they should check out the video if they want to. Okay, cool. But when the hell did I like an echo chamber? I didn't want an echo chamber when I was defending you, and you was happy with that. When you was hopping on my panel to defend your bull crap, my fans were in echo chamber then, right? And some people might be like, yeah, it's not that serious. I take anything when you're insinuating any disrespect to my supporters as something serious. So if you don't like me, that's cool. If you think I'm an asshole, whatever. Echo chamber, there's nothing about me that says that. I've literally had disagreements with almost everybody. And it's okay. It's the snaky stuff that I don't like. I don't mind talking to people that I disagree with, right? But if you think me not wanting to be around someone who attempted to strike my channel down, and when I asked them why, they said it's because I was an asshole. I don't think that has anything to do with echo chamber. Now, if you're just feeling like a little hurt because I don't want you to be around me, then that's what it is. Who cares? I don't really care about your feelings regarding that. But when you say something as dumb as this, or at least something as stupid as this, I would expect some kind of, I don't know, actual reasoning, right? Everybody's open to criticism. That's perfectly fine. But that's really passive to me. I don't like that. That was a little passive to me. Hey, buddy, great video. Go check it out. He likes an echo chamber. When the fuck? Like, if I wanted echo chamber, why would I drop the link constantly allowing people to come in and disagree with me? Why would I have done disagreement days or like damn near 2 years straight? If I like an echo chamber, why have I had more debates than you've had conversations? Does that even make sense? Sometimes people just talk out their butt. I didn't have an echo chamber when you was trying to use me to defend you, but now I have an echo chamber? It's kind of corny, man. It's real corny, and like I'm not a passive aggressive guy. I'm going to be direct. I think that that's corny to me because I have not said anything about this woman or done any videos or done anything to try to shade her. But what I won't do is allow someone to throw some dirt on my name who has any kind of following, so people could just back that bull crap. Because y'all was real okay with my opinions when I was defending you. Now that I'm not defending you, I'm public enemy number one. Well, shut up. But once again, that's just speaking on the passive comment. Now let's get to the actual video. She might have said some positive things in there, but I just had to address the first comment. I think that was like, yeah, that was real to me. Like, everybody is entitled to their opinion, and then everybody's entitled to an opinion on an opinion. And I think that was a trash ass opinion. We co-signing, right? Could have hearted it by accident. I don't think so though. But if they did, it is what it is. I really don't care. I just wanted to address that. But I thought that was pretty corny. Like, people nowadays, they'll show you love in 1 second and backhand you the next second and be like, well, but I showed you love. I showed you love. Straight up. Hold on, let me read what some of you guys are saying. I was trying to get BX to debate me, like the sister that's poking fun. That's hilarious. Didn't see it. I don't know anything about, but heard the name in chat. It's not somebody I affiliate with. They came to my channel some time back, and well, I ain't gonna front. I felt like they was being treated nasty, but then once again, like the usual YouTuber stuff that we've noticed time and time again, people use me, and then the first chance they get to be disgusting towards me in a passive way, they do so. Right? And it is what it is. And then when I choose to step away and be like, hey, I don't got no beef. I'm not affiliating with you no more. Right? I just think that that's disgusting. If someone doxed her, would you see me kicking it with them? No. Nigga, I wouldn't be doing no panels with people that dox. That's nasty. But she would, because she don't have any kind of real values. And I know there might be some people that might either think I'm okay and they might be a fan of her. That's not me telling anyone that they have to pick sides or you can't watch me and watch her. I don't care what you watch. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to be fake. and like sit there and just shut up and allow people to say some bull crap. She lucky I didn't let Garfield out because that was the original plan. All right, let's hear what she had to say though. Let's actually be unbiased and hear what she has to say. I'm probably going to skim through this because you guys probably heard it on or heard most of it that she's reacting to on my channel. If you haven't, go and check that out on BXBeastBoy Extra. Let me slow down. I'm so used to speeding things up. My bad. I'll be listening to stuff fast as hell.
His video got struck down. He copied and pasted it and put my first and last name on the screen for 2 hours while threatening me. And then he encouraged his audience.
Wait. I want it to be known her name was already doxed by the friend of hers, because I even said to her, are you aware that that shows your full name? As did the friend when she allowed it. And she said, yeah, I don't care. So she was already aware. Now, when you put in privacy claims or copyright claims, YouTube will put your name there. So, for example, I was copyright before and it said video removed by Kimberly Blank. You know what I mean? So YouTube does that as well. Did he have to keep it on the screen like that? No, that was wrong of him to do. But her name was already put out there by her own proof. Her own receipts showed her name.
To call CPS on me.
And not even supposed to be on YouTube.
Wait, what?
And then he copied and pasted it and put my first and last name on the screen for 2 hours while threatening me. And then he encouraged his audience to call CPS on me.
Whoa, is that true?
You said
put a one in the chat if you recall him encouraging, because I must.
My bad. This thing's not pausing. That said, y'all also did hear say positive things about me in the chat, which is also, I said that as well multiple times, which can be the case. I've heard a little bit of it. I still don't think that takes away the negative though, right? Like for me, it's just when sometimes people use that as an excuse, right? To get some nasty stuff off, right? Especially something like that. I like echo chambers, right? Like, okay, you could have said positive things about me, but then you still said something I found to be disgusting. Like echo chambers, especially like when it comes to my principles and my morals and things that I stand for, I'm pretty concrete on that. Right. So when people question that, right, or like use their platform to put out the opposite and they do it in a passive way, I have every right not only to call it out and disagree, but I'm going to check that shit. Right. Because where was that energy of me being like an echo chamber guy when she wanted me to defend her? Right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I understand. I'm not saying you just did anything wrong by adding that. It kind of like almost dilutes the actual drink, right? Like it's pouring a glass of water and then putting some oil in that shit real quick. Like I didn't put a little bit. They were nice sometimes. Yeah, probably. We're going to address that whenever I do hear it. But I don't think that takes away from the negative. You know what I mean? And I'm going to address everything. That's just me. And also, I started this with saying it's no hate, no drama. I'm not mad. I'm not taking anything too serious. So good. But I'm going to call things out when I see it. I'm not going to, I don't want to sprinkle fucking, what's his name? I don't want to put sprinkles on poop. You know what I mean? If somebody gives me some poop, just because they put some sprinkles on it don't mean it's not poop. I get what I mean? I feel like in today's society, so many people do that, right? Like, have you ever had somebody do something wrong to you, but then they do nice things? And then it's like almost as if you can never call out the wrong that they did. Because if you do, people are just going to say something like about the nice things. Because that's like, they put that as a shield. I kind of feel like a lot of people do that in a passive aggressive way. And I'm the type of person where I separate the shit. You could do something good and you could do something bad. And I can call them out and give them criticism on the bad. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But you didn't say nothing wrong. You didn't say nothing wrong.
Must have missed that. I'm not being a smart ass. Put a 1 in chat if you recall him encouraging his chat to do that. Put a 2 if you do not. I'm very curious because that's fucked. That's not cool at all. CPS is already so overworked. Stop weaponizing CPS against people on YouTube you don't like. That's horrible.
I can't argue with that.
2. Don't remember it. So 2, 2. Lots of twos.
What?
Okay, so we don't. Nobody remembers that.
What's she
All
doing
right.
a vote?
Well, it's encouraging. He was being born in. I even told Blade for that. Thank you. That's
YouTube.
concerning.
What is it? Come on.
I have
He's running around doing this, and he's not even allowed on YouTube.
I don't know, but you've just taken down 2 videos so far that he's done on me. And he just changed the videos of me crying over and over and over and over. And
It's just unfortunate because what he's doing is technically what is it called, circumventing. When you're banned from YouTube, you're banned from YouTube. You can't start a new account at all.
I know he's animating. I found out so much. About this dude that it's what's
Misery
more
box?
huh?
Shouldn't you find out so much before you go meet a strange man cross country?
Misery box? Isn't that what he used to call himself?
Misery Box and Jimmer Nam.
Right.
And I wasn't around her. I never was in communities like that. I had heard something and I dismissed it. And the regrets are unreal. But
It's disgusting. Did you know about some of the stuff that I guess that maybe I exposed? I don't know if you've seen it on my channel, but
yes, actually, it was only your video that I actually saw. I saw a video. I didn't tell him that though. I told him what I did see, but I didn't tell him it was you. I didn't want him to make me pick sides. So anyways, there was a video that there was kids that called
the
in,
calling
right?
CPS thing is like, that's corny as hell. Like, there's a lot of things people do when it comes to like the whole YouTube sphere, and especially within the crime world, right? People do a lot of disgusting things. So I can't find. Yeah, that's really nasty, right? Don't do that. Definitely don't. That's just real foul. Only reason I think you should really call CPS is that if you see something that you really, truly believe definitely needs to be checked out. Other than that, that's just a waste of resources.
And he
It
changed the subject, right? When he found out what they were, and I saw it up to that point, and I was like, oh, that doesn't make him a keyword. But that was all I saw. I thought that was the video.
Yeah,
Morbid all that. But later I found out
plus
much
a few
more.
others. Well, he didn't change the subject right away. And I don't think Hey, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button and share. I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to call in and say their piece. All right, I don't mind that. But wait, if I do that, I'm going to make the echo chamber, man. Right? Isn't that what I want when I drop the link, an echo chamber? And I was literally describing her panels. Every other person in the crime community's panels, really, unless I don't know of them. But to say something about me, like that about me is insane. He's a P word. I think he's a nincompoop, or he's a fool. And I think he was so desperate for clout and to rise up the ranks of YouTube, he's wanted to do edgy. Once again, there's no big deal. I'm not really mad about it. I just like to call stuff out. Things with children, like ask them if they wanted to watch an adult film.
See, what if that was in person though? What if you were in person with a child and asked him?
He would have done it.
That's what
I actually believe it.
I don't know. I can't say he's not, but I'm not out here calling him that either. I have no proof. I don't think he has any charges. But
no, I'm not saying people.
I don't know when it was originally made. I just know it was premiered today, and I thought it was a fantastic video that's going to get a lot more interest in. So hold tight. We're just climbing up there.
That's just the okay. See, now look. She said it's a fantastic video. Thank you. All right, see? All right, look. Now, BXBeastBoy said nice things in his video, too. I'm joking. No, I'm serious about me saying thank you, though. But, of course. Oh, man, that was funny to me. But, yeah, man, thank you. Right? Still gonna give you the criticism. Same way you said nice things and still agreed with some criticism. I think the criticism is bullshit. You think the criticism is legit. Is what it is. Disgusting act. And I think it was out of desperation for clout. Some Tekashi 6ix9ine type of, like, I'm gonna do anything to get clicks and views.
She said she was an adamant follower.
Entertain that.
Right, like with 8 passengers. If you called CPS on them, that would have been you trying to help. Because we all know, and even I did a video years ago. Yeah, we knew that mother was foul. There's a lot of other YouTube mothers too as well. Not all of them, but a lot.
She said she was an adamant follower of his channel. She was a moderator. She said she really loved his content.
Because it's wrong. And why, it's
it pushes boundaries too far for comedy, I think. And I'm an actual comedian.
You're funny. He's not funny in real life, but he doesn't even talk like that.
I know he don't.
Huh?
I said, I know he don't. I knew that was a fake voice. I've been saying this since day one.
Ask Beck. She'll tell you too. I'm surprised Beck's not in here.
So what if it's a fake voice? Do you know how many people have an online persona? You know what I mean? Like, we really care if the man's voice is like this or if it's.
Well, if certain people said something about it, then they do. So even if you didn't, you're speaking for everyone else. You see what I mean? So people can't criticize the fact that he's using a fake voice. I think that's corny to me, right? But that's because I'm not using a fake voice. And if I did, it's for a known character and it's clear that it's a character. I have characters too. That's not something brand new. Okay. That's not something that he invented. All right. So if we want to give criticism on his voice, the same way people want to give criticism on mine when I do my character. Now, let me take that off. I don't want people thinking Garfield about to come out. Stay your ass in your cage, Garfield. This ain't that type of video. I ain't trying to go at it. But yeah, we can give an opinion that we don't like the fact that he's using a fake voice. That's fine. And it's okay also that you like fake voices. I tend to flock to things that's genuine. So if you're doing stuff as a character, but making it seem as if that's really you, then I can't get down with it personally. But once again, we're both allowed to have our own opinions on the whole, what our preference thing is with content.
It's like this. I don't care. But again, I'm not one that finds his voice, attractive. A lot of people find that voice attractive. So maybe that's why she's saying that. I don't know. But I mean, it's a character. It's an online character.
I can't see the chat.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I dropped your link in the Discord because somebody went in there and
said somebody called me nice. I don't know if I'm nice. I would say I aim to be kind, but I'm not nice. Nice people get taken advantage of. But I aim to be kind, but I don't know if I'm nice. As far as me being an asshole, I fully admit to that. That's definitely something that I am. I have worked on being less of that towards the people I care about. But if you ain't somebody that I care about, guess what? I don't care about your feelings. Who cares? It is what it is. But yeah, I try to be kind, not much so nice.
That you were bashing him, and then I went back and I saw the live because I can't stomach him. So I found you on there, and then I saw you were live. So here I am.
I'm about to be cooking the hell out of him.
You're stalking anybody.
I'm about to be back into it.
So basically, stalking anybody who talks bad about them. I have one of those. They're aggravating. They're like little chihuahuas. Like anywhere your name's mentioned, they're like, "Give me a treat." I'll tell.
Okay. I've seen that, I guess. Right. And then I also seen people that really stalk me. So I would have to see what her definition is, like a little bit more full. People just giving their opinion or using you as a topic or content. That's not really necessarily stalking. But there's people that go beyond. I've had people do things that's like disgusting, right? Like beyond. Like I'm talking movie type stuff, fatal attraction without any attraction on my side. Like I didn't even speak to them. And for some weird reason in their mind, they had this whole relationship. It's weird. I had somebody try to do voodoo on me on YouTube. It was weird.
Tell you bad things. Pat me on the head. It's so annoying.
Well, for my content, I won't ever strike you or anything.
Hey, how you doing, Hills?
It's the only one I did that to because he was making fun of me and it was my first live stream and I got petty.
Oh, damn. Was he actually breaking copyright?
Well, when I looked it up, it says that playing it in its natural form or whatever. Yeah, I guess you consider it. It was, yeah.
Was it a reaction? Like, was he adding to it? Was he pausing and talking?
Not the portion that I timestamped. It was I think he put like an overlay on it afterwards, but I didn't timestamp that part.
Okay, so very interesting, and it's going to get better. His voice goes from Batman to Gilbert in 60 seconds. He is a gross wannabe edgelord, but that doesn't mean anything else than that. I agree with this comment on the screen. You're a mother, you went to meet him, you didn't care, you come back, you had a fault, you could break up, blah, blah, blah. And now he's a P word. I mean, come on.
All right, let's fast forward a little bit more. As far as that, yeah, I agree with that. I don't think anybody should be putting false labels on people. I do think that, and I said this when I was talking to his ex, that he's done a lot of dumb things for the sakes of him trying to get clout and ratings and views. But I don't think he's the P word, right? I think that's a little bit extreme. I just think that at the time, plus maybe the era he comes from, comedy was extremely edgy, right? I grew up watching edgy comedy, right? So I understand it. I wouldn't just throw that label on anybody. I think that's really dangerous. But I will say that he was bugging out because times are different. You know how people are going to receive that. You can't like go out and be like, oh, I'm going to be edgelord. And then once you start getting backlash, you back out of that. No, you got to go with that. You got to go with that. Go full Sam Hyde, bro. Don't back out. Be who you are. All right, go ahead. Now, I might like edgy comedy, but when it comes to my comedy style, I'm more observational with slight edge. Right? But boy, do I like a good edgy joke. I like laughing at it. Love laughing at it. But it was a good amount of time.
Is that I dropped it? I don't know if I know he appealed it. I didn't fight it because everyone's like, yeah, it's not even worth it. You got to do this, this, and that. And I was like, okay.
Me personally, I would have fought and said, he ain't even supposed to be on YouTube anyway.
I know. They said people are saying that the only way he's been able to ban it, he must have everything linked to someone else's name since he monetized it.
100%, which is why, like, whenever people start to mention the fact that he's not supposed to be on here, he starts deleting things and moving stuff. I think the first time people realized that he deleted all his Cromwell content off his page for a few months, changed his name to the picture of Elon. That's crazy. Yo, fam, I said people was doing voodoo on me on YouTube. The chat said in the comments, oh, I remember the KJ days. That's crazy. You know how sick of a community you got to be for people to know exactly what community I'm talking about without me saying a name and just saying voodoo spells was getting done on me. That's insane. I took a long break from talking about Without a Crystal Ball. I think that I'm going to get back to it, right? Just for fun. So if there's any videos you guys want me to react to or look at, I don't mind. I am literally just going to ignore people. If anyone wants to do some kind of like voodoo, I believe in Jesus. I'm good. I'm not worried. Right. But I do want to get back into roasting her from time to time without a crystal ball, and not the anti-KJs. Who are all, well, let me not say all, who most of them back in the day were clones of KJ. I don't know who the new people are, if they are any, but a lot of nasty people was covering KJ back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So that just shows
that was when we were together. He blamed me for leaving YouTube. He said, I break that all down too. I show the receipts that that's not true. He said that I made him leave YouTube because I took away his creativity, which is bullshit.
That is not exactly what I heard, but
sidekick musician
maybe
too.
she, you know, okay.
I don't know. I was there every live and supported every live. I have no idea why he would say that. He's freaking crazy. I provided all the receipts for that because he wanted to leave. He was like telling me weeks before if I cared if he stopped doing the Morbid character. I was like, it's up to you. You know, I don't want to see you leave. I'd never had anything to do with his content. We never discussed. I didn't even know what he was going to do beforehand.
See, that's what you didn't realize. Morbid's not the character, which you knew as the person that you was trying to get to know better and maybe fall in love with. I said, have I seen Bullhorn Betty's epic meltdown? Nah, send it to me. I don't mind checking it out. That was the character.
Yeah, and you know what's nasty is he's mad nasty, right? Like mean all the time. Those are his real fucking thoughts. Like he really thinks that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what he's doing. This act where he's saying all these crazy nasty things is not an act. I believe that.
We just heard her say she was at every stream, right? We just heard her say she supported every stream he did. She was there. Now she's saying, yup, it's not an act. You were aware of his personality online or not, you know?
Well, is 3 months enough time to say that though? I get what you mean. Like I gave her some criticism saying you should have picked up on certain signs, but is 3 months really enough time? Especially if you have somebody as fake. You just admitted to being aware of him doing a fake voice and saying that's okay and a fake persona. You don't think that he could have given her the fake persona or a fake persona and not his real self? You don't think that's a possibility? So easy to rule it out. I'm detecting some bias here. Now, I do say some of your criticism is accurate because I gave the same criticisms to the homegirl, but some of it seems a little bit biased, right? And that's not me white knight or defending. It just sounds like that from a distance, right? I guess that's without me knowing much about what's going on from Granny's side or how involved she is in the situation or what she knows. It's really him.
It really is him, and he is done.
So, yo, send me some clips. Thank you. Yeah, I took a break from crime, but now I'm back. I'm back to roasting. So, y'all want to see me roast somebody? Send me clips. I got y'all.
He came in my live stream the other night and started doxing my children's names, just spamming them.
Oh my god!
Is that true?
Huh?
You got receipts of that?
One of my mods blocked it, but I'm sure. Can I go back in and undo it?
Yeah, you can. But just not to, you don't have to post it publicly.
You mean she took screenshots of everything else, but didn't take screenshots of that? That is horrible.
Well, if your moderators block it like immediately, it might be harder to do so. With me, I stream through a external app, so I'm able to still get it. Right. Sometimes I do believe that you can go back. Right. If the person wasn't like blocked or if the comment was just removed, you can go back and screenshot it. Right. After the fact, it'll show to you. Like it'll have like a little button that'll say, would you like to show it? And then like it'll open it for just you and you can screenshot it. But as far as like, I don't know.
Could it be
I did ask to see receipts though.
But not yet, but it is.
Just send it to me so I can see proof that he did.
Can you email me? Because I tried to look for your email first before I came in your chat, but I didn't.
Contact BXBeastBoy@gmail.com.
Oh, mine's on my live stream, my description. Mine's right in there. Or can you drop it in chat, or do you not want it public? That way,
no, everyone has my email. I thought it used to be in my description. I don't think maybe it's not anymore. Let me just add it right here. Contact BX.
For the back chat.
All right,
sounds more like an insecure thing. Like, go back to your lives, you know. Anyway, so yeah, that's he absolutely did go on and do that.
Yeah, I started doing a deep dive on him, and I got angry. And then I knew some people that used to be a part of the community. There's a huge community that tried to take this guy down. So I talked to them, went on panel. He said his excuse is that I doxed him, and that's why he did this. I did not dox him or his family.
I was saying, this stop.
Yep, that's why he did all this. He even said, "Oh, I told you. Oh, you just should have stayed quiet."
What's going on? Oh, she must not know her mic is probably muted. Like, why the audio going out? Am I tripping? Yeah, yeah, that's on her side. Hold on. She's fixing it, and I'm fast forwarding through it. She had me thinking I was tripping. I'm like, now I know my audio was good because
this, you need to make the decision. I have it all.
Louder.
Okay, so I didn't see that. If he did, that is crazy. Right, and he had every right to respond back. Right, Nanya? I mean, 'tis the way of YouTube, right? So I think my sound is coming from this now. Is my sound okay? Can you guys hear me fine? I don't know if I need to move this thing close. Not going to respond.
Yeah,
of course
mad
he
audio
was.
trouble.
And it
gets good.
I'm very
close
with the two children's fathers that I have, and we co-parent fine.
Thank you.
There's no issues. And he's trying to act like they reached out to him, and they didn't.
Yeah, because he's a sicko.
Yeah.
Straight sicko. That's nasty. That's going beyond.
Yeah.
You're 32 years old. You got to figure it out. You have children. Look back and.
Okay, so
I'm
this
just
is the
wanting you out of
video.
here.
Oh my gosh, this guy's a piece of crap. That is so nasty. That is mad.
I don't feel comfortable with you in my house. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable, and I'll take you. Do you want me to order you an Uber or something?
Now, why isn't it paused there to say, okay, remember I brought up that you didn't have money and it was rude of him just kick you out because you'd be stranded? Right there, he says, do you want me to order you an Uber? Acknowledge that.
Would you like me to order you an Uber?
Wow, man. She's telling me to acknowledge that? She's telling me to acknowledge that, or who? Who? Because it's acknowledged not only by me, but in the video as well. Right? The problem isn't the fact that he's ordering her a Uber to to the airport or to the hotel. It's once she gets back that was really the issue, or what caused her to be nervous. Also, the fact that it was all done like suddenly, right? And I think you're disregarding that a little bit, but whatever.
Beyond that now, I just want to fix this situation. No, I just want you to leave. You're scaring me. You're making me feel. Okay, so go home. We're going to get you to the hotel safe.
But you don't have a ride from the plane. Yo, this guy is crazy.
We're going to take you to the hotel safe. It will be paid for you.
At this point, I do think that the best option.
All right. If Chat just said Cowboys, timer out. And she's bringing the Cowboys in this chat. Check his YouTube career. He said he didn't want this, but needed to. Right, because she's out there giving a narrative of a different situation. So he's like, well, wait a minute. Here's my perspective. And in the middle of their...
Yeah, she defending the hell out of this dude. She defending the hell out of Morbid right now.
Perspectives is probably the truth. Yes, he did. He told everybody to go from his chat to hers with their baby daddy's name and that he was going to call him because she don't have her kids anyway. Do you know what stream that was on? I would love to hear that.
That's disgusting.
Interesting.
Would have been to just leave and just figure it out at the hotel. Oh, not the hotel.
I did leave and I was like a recoil. I had 15, 20 minutes maybe from thinking everything was normal and I was just trying to figure out my flight plans like this. He went in the room and called the cops on me like right away after he stopped recording. So like I would have left. At one point I said like, okay, but I just wanted to know what the hell had happened. I was like stunned by this.
Yeah, that's insane.
I will pay for it, even though I pay for everything. But I will pay for it.
Even though I pay for everything.
Yeah.
That's a good guy. She has positive thoughts when it comes to skeleton. You mean like she's pro skeleton, or she has good views on his disgusting behavior? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really listen to her at all. Or like, once I seen you rocking with people that try to get me to lose my channel off of not the rules, but because I hurt their feelings. I don't want to associate with you. So if this video had nothing to do with me, I probably wouldn't be checking her out. I'm gonna be honest with you. And it's not from a place of hate or malice, be honest. I'm protecting me. Gotta protect myself. Right. But I don't watch it. So I don't know if her so she is pro skeleton. Then she disgusting to me. There you go. Right. And that's not an echo chamber. That's just a stack of multiple things that is just disgusting. You over there rocking with people that's trying to get me taken down with false strikes. You out here rocking with people that's out here doing a lot of disgusting, nasty things, right? How many times are you going to defend people that's doxing or that's out here doing a lot of foul-ish? How many times you going to be defending them grannies watching? That does seem a little sus. That seems real sus. The grannies watching fans are going to be mad at me for saying the truth. That's suspect. I think anyone who defends Morbid is suspect. I think anyone who aligns with Morbid is probably 9 times out of 10 disgusting as well. I just fully believe this. Do I know this to be a fact? Of course not. I'm not a psychic. But just using like regular things like logic and, just me having common sense and seeing certain signs in a pattern. Like, damn, you defending and, working with people that try to false strike channels on a regular basis. You over there aligning with doxers and people that harass families. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I'm not even going to bring up the stuff with the kids, right? That could be interpreted as me trying to say that he's the P word, which is not the case. It was really stupid though.
So can you please?
I think him going at the families is more than enough.
Leave my house. That's what it seems like. Can you please leave my house now? I will help. I will take you to the hotel.
I don't know anybody here.
So who tried to get me taken? I don't remember the person's name. They're weirdo. I truly don't remember their name, but they had beef with Granny at one point in time, and Granny came on my channel and used it as a platform to debate them, and they were going back and forth, and I started roasting them at one point, and they striked my video down because, in our quote, you were being an asshole. And then maybe a few weeks to a month later or so, Granny's watching is doing multiple panels and just kicking it with them. They're best of buddies. The fuck did you use me for your beef for my channel to be at risk for you to just be best of buddies? You know what I mean? But if that's the case, do what you want to do. I can't control you or your channel. I just don't want nothing to do with you. It's just, I don't like people with poor character. So I don't care what nice things she says about me. The rest of her character it shows I want to use you. And then when I can't use you, throw you under the bus. That's what I see from it. And this isn't coming from a place of malice of bitterness. Like, I don't got no problem with smoke with Granny. I don't like being fake or dishonest. And I know a lot of her fans are going to be upset. But you can watch me if you want to. You can watch her. I don't control what you watch.
You're in California and live in New York. It's not a problem.
Yes, it is, sir. Did he just think, he said it like as if New York and California was like next to each other or like the same thing?
Yeah.
I will let him know it is not like that.
In the morning, like I was planning to leave. I was just trying to figure out my options. Like I couldn't do anything about the flight. I was just seeing if there was a later flight that day. Maybe it would be the next day. I don't know. Just, I wanted to make sure I got a hold of my family. I couldn't just.
They probably defend him because they want to use him. They probably want to use him because he's dumb enough to go out and do people's bidding. Right? That's the type of action he's on.
It's 11:30 at night, and I was like, it's gonna, they're gonna be going to bed soon. I want to have this figured out. I was stressing about it.
This guy's a loser, bro.
All you have to do is go to the hotel.
I'm fucking drunk.
Please, I need you to please work with me here, and let's just take you to the hotel. Let's just get you to the hotel. I will pay for it.
Stop recording me. I didn't do anything to warrant being recorded.
Can you please leave then? Will you leave now? Leave.
So now what we don't notice in this recording is that she's also recording him. Yay! Good for you, Gary.
Why wouldn't we not notice that when she's holding a phone and pointing her camera at him? In fact, I asked her if she was recording him in the video. Now, maybe I just misunderstood that. Did we not notice that? Maybe I'm tripping. Sometimes stuff that's obvious to you ain't obvious to other people. So I can't think like that.
For the Eagles, right? EAGLES, Eagles on the road.
Okay, let's start fast forwarding some of this, bro.
I feel like you could have offered.
Hold on, let me see.
For the Uber, stays on the phone with her while she's in the Uber, helps her check into the hotel, and she continues to call him throughout. And wanted to come back the next day and not take the plane home. Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, this type of narcissism that we're seeing here, that allegedly, right? This is something that's really hard to spot. Something that I thought I was a good judgment of character. I'm not emotionally dumb, like I am self-aware. I have been for a while, and I was duped. And I
so self-aware that you got a tattoo of this man's name on your arm.
Yeah, no, she definitely was wilding. Let's not even sugarcoat that. She was definitely tripping with that one. Yeah, yeah. I don't think she's as self-aware as she believes. But hopefully she could learn from this experience and become self-aware.
Come on.
I didn't think I could be. It was just really hard to spot. And
people in the chat are saying
that's
that a few things I want to address.
Thank you.
Some of them was, let's see, that dude would have been going out there an hour. She stayed in the bathroom at the airport for 4 hours.
No, that's a lie. It's on my video. It was 1 hour and 47 minutes from the time I landed. You still got to wait to get up, get your suitcase, get off the plane. And then I did go into the bathroom and I had a complete fucking anxiety attack. My face was breaking out in hives on the flight. I was pouring sweat and
she never collected her suitcase. He collected it. So that's not part of what held you up. We did the math. We came to 4.5 hours. She still claims it was under 2. 2 or 4 is a long time to have somebody waiting for their first meet off an airplane, regardless, right? Regardless.
My makeup was running and I needed to calm down. And I wasn't right for that, but I apologize. But he told everybody 6 hours. I put
so it was the anxiety thing pretty much?
It was 1 hour and 47 minutes. Huh?
It was stemmed from like anxiety?
Yes, I had a complete on freak out.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. I believe this is where it gets interesting. Let me grab a drink. Everybody get a drink. This is not my smoke break on the screen. It is his, but we will take it. And it's going to pick up right here.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, she hyped that up just to not play anything. You having technical difficulties? Let me fast forward. Yeah, she having a hell of a technical difficulties. What's up with your audio, girl?
Ad revenue, because back. For all of your viewing pleasures today, I did turn off ad revenue.
She turned off ad revenue.
Because I know a lot of people are complaining that the ads were extensive. I don't know why they were being extensive. So hopefully no complaints this time. And let's go.
Man, I don't touch that ad thing. I swear. I don't. Like at all. It is what it is. Whatever it shows, it shows.
In hindsight, again, I know why I was feeling that way. I was having a bad vibe, I guess. But
I can understand. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Share the video if you want to. And I think Tip shot to go firm. I will be dropping the link to see if anyone wants to share their opinion. More than welcome to come in and disagree. Okay. He was already up when you used to confirm, Tiff.
I was. Okay. That's okay.
Hi. Does that voice sound familiar, friends? Yeah. Here we go.
Hey, hi, BX. How are you doing?
Hi. So apparently this girl is known. I didn't know her. That just shows how much I do not pay attention or haven't paid attention to the crime community for months. I swear I was done, but I just needed a break.
So, okay. I've been kind of watching this from a distance, and I have my own experience with meeting somebody on YouTube and meeting them in real life and it ending very poorly and being exploited after the fact terribly and being recorded without my knowledge and that being shared online and people resharing it and dissecting it and judging me. So I totally get the situation personally. This is something intimately I understand. But and I noticed somebody in your chat, I noticed some sort of e-jacker, I'm not sure what they're about, but they're kind of asking the same thing that I've been wondering, that I haven't seen anybody, either one of you explain. And just to be clear, I don't think this is anybody's business.
For those who are unaware, we have a lot of experience. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Shay B. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. For those who are unaware, we have experience with the woman that just joined the panel. Her name is Tiffany. She is telling the truth about having an online YouTube relationship play out for the world to see. It gets very interesting. This woman has a long documented history on YouTube. And some may say that she is the reason. Well, she is the reason when I told you all my ex-mods stopped fucking with me because, well, an ex-mod, one, stopped fucking with me because I didn't want to be friends with this woman anymore because she was very sneaky and snaky. That is who this is. And they took her side, but now they see that she's a sneak and a snake and, you know, whatever. Like how that turns out, right? You see it first and now you're the enemy. But anyway, that is who this is. It's not Tiffany Marie.
So this person used to be a mod of her. Okay.
Not Tiffany Marie, Jessel. But anyway.
Business. But Mason, she seems so comfortable about talking about it and everything. What I'm just curious from my experience with somebody who I met online, things escalated pretty drastically. But there was a mitigating factor. Like what happened to where it took you guys from being, I don't know how it was prior to this point that you're at now. Like what was it? Like what happened that made it like this?
So I did answer earlier.
I did. I have gone over this a bunch of times on my side, and even while he was doing this, I was in the live trying to explain this. Nothing. That's what makes it so scary, and that's why I'm reacting that way. Because besides a gut feeling and asking him if I should take an earlier flight home, and I started crying because he ignored me, and I got up and I was like, I'm done, and I started packing my suitcase, and then I stopped. I thought it was being dramatic.
Now you hear that? She says that when she said about taking the earlier flight home, he ignored her, so she started crying. Who recalls earlier, she said he said some really mean things about her because he couldn't handle the rejection that she wanted to go home. So he said some really mean things to her. Right? And now we're getting to, oh, well, he didn't say a word to me, so I cried. That's a different story, May. Right? Anybody else pick up that? All right. Not alone in that. All right.
Dramatic. And then he starts berating me and saying all these nasty things to me. So I told him to stop. That's enough. He went too far. And then we didn't talk for 6 hours.
Oh, wait, there she goes. She mentions it.
That's what makes it so scary. And even while he was doing this, I was in the live trying to explain this. Nothing. That's what makes it so scary. And that's why I'm reacting that way. Because besides a gut feeling and asking him if I should take an earlier flight home, and I started crying because he ignored me, and I got up and I was like, I'm done, and I started packing my suitcase, and then I stopped. I thought it was being dramatic, and then
because she wanted to be coddled to say, no, don't leave, just stay.
I can't disagree with that. Right. I think it was more so, she wanted the validation. She wanted him to say, no, stay. I want you to be here. She was getting the vibe that he didn't want to be there, and she wanted him to confirm that he did, and he did not want her to be there.
It's okay. No, she was. He was like, okay, huh? You want to leave? Yeah, okay, good idea.
Starts berating me and saying all these nasty things to me. So I told him to stop. That's enough. He went too far. And then we didn't talk for 6 hours, leading up to right before he started recording me.
So I spoke prematurely. She does bring it up. Okay, I apologize. I prematurely spoke there. She does bring it up.
Actually.
But here we go.
I was asking him about my flight because I needed to make sure I had a ride home from the airport because I live pretty far from the airport. And I didn't have my, I'm sorry, sitting outside my baby's door. I have twins. I just heard them cough, but it's all good. But like I said, where was I? I just asked about the flight because he raised it. So therefore he had to be the one if I was getting late and I still didn't have it figured out. So I just wanted to talk to him about that. And then he jumped up, started yelling at me.
It was getting late and I still didn't have that figured out. What do you mean? So what? He was supposed to figure it out for you? You know what I mean?
He said he wasted enough money on me.
If he paid for the tickets to and from, yes, I would believe the person who is in control of how you get home and when you get home would have a part to play in that, Granny. I don't understand what are you getting at? That kind of sounds crazy.
That I had to leave or he was gonna call the cops. And then I went and sat down and he started recording me while I was crying. And then right after the video ended, he called the police on me.
So to paraphrase, so basically you kind of had a gut feeling like he wasn't feeling it, like things weren't going as you just had that intuition, right? Is what you're saying.
Like to paraphrase it from a male's perspective, I could put this in one sentence from both sides, actually. I believe that she was having some anxious feelings, some anxieties based off of his responses. And he was, from his side, he saw her as being too high maintenance or maybe even needy, right? And at one point, he just felt like he didn't want to deal with it anymore,
which I think BX is right there. I think BX got that on the head.
It was a mistake on his part, because how do you get to know someone and not know if they might need a little bit more extra? Gotta acknowledge the good when you acknowledge the bad, right? So yeah, thank you for that. I do appreciate you noticing that. Right? It's nothing that I'm saying is personal. I don't hate Granny, right? I'm just giving my criticism. You can be right and wrong. Handling, right? Obviously, if they have some kind of anxiety, then I think that you shouldn't try to add anything to it.
But how much handling was he supposed to take at his own anxiety expense? Because he states himself that he...
Man, as a man, bro, when you invite someone there and it's a trip and the woman is in your hands, you got to bite the bullet, bro. Metaphorically, right? In a video game. That's just the saying. But you get what I mean. Right? So say, for instance, me and a girl, we go out to a restaurant and something happens, like a fire breaks out. I think I heard a comedian say this before. More than likely, the woman's going to look at me. I can't go, I'm scared too. I don't know what to do either. That sounds crazy. So ladies, use this as an example. You should probably seek men who are more emotionally mature. People that can handle that. Like, I don't think just calming her down for the night, right? Or for 2 minutes, I don't think it would have took long to confirm a few things or to set a few things straight, right? She wanted confirmation. That's a validation. And I would say if you invite someone to be in your home, it's kind of like a jerk move to just not be direct or maybe even help them out. To pull a switch like that, especially after all the things that was promised beforehand. Yeah, just come on, bro. It ain't like you met her in your city at a restaurant and like y'all hung out and you could kick out and she can go home, nigga. No, she was in another state. And then you provided the only access for her to go to and from and then abandon ship. Even though she told you she was having complications with getting a ride from the airport. That some people might be thinking that's not a big deal. In the city, depending on where she lands, it might be 100%. And where she's from, it might that might be a big deal. Actually, a lot of people don't think about that. But yeah, that's like depending 2-3 hours. You never know, right? What you gonna do? Walk? Have you ever walked from an airport? I did it one time for fun. It took me about, I would say, 3.5 hours. I walked across so many bridges. It was terrifying. I would have recorded it, but I was afraid my phone would have went flying out my hand. It was scary as hell. The bridge was like the size of my body in width. I've never seen a bridge that small. Anyway, now imagine walking across that with some big ass luggage. The wind blows a certain way, you fly off. It's not as easy what people are making it seem.
He's having anxiety at this point. It's too much for him. So he's supposed to just, put himself, I don't know.
I'm sorry. That is a narrative he paints, but I'm not like that. I'm not clingy. I don't even talk that much when we were together.
Watch how angry she gets now. Now that BX isn't just like, tiptoeing around and he's telling his real feelings. Look how angry she gets now.
Is she implying that I was tiptoeing? When was I tiptoeing? You see what I mean? That sounds a little passive, right? Let me rewind that back just one more time here.
even talk that much when we were together.
Watch how angry she gets now. Now that BX isn't just like, oh, tiptoeing around. He's telling his real feelings. Look how angry.
That sound, come on, bro. I'm tripping. That's not passive aggressive. Now that he's not tiptoeing around and he's telling his real feelings. When did I not tell my real feelings? And when did I tiptoe around at any point in time? What are you talking about? The fuck? If you're new to my channel, guys, questioning my integrity is something I take extremely serious. What do you, that sounds crazy to me. What? So what? I talked to her for an hour and I wasn't taking it serious and I was tiptoeing around. What? That's kind of weird to me. Or maybe I'm tripping. Tell me in the comment section. That didn't sound passive aggressive to you?
But I'm not like that. I'm not clingy. I don't even talk that much when we were together.
Watch how angry she gets now. Now that BX isn't just like, oh, tiptoeing around. He's telling his real feelings. Look how angry she gets now.
No, see, that wasn't. I don't know how that could have been directed at. So she literally said my name. Now that BX is telling his real feelings, not tiptoeing around.
Watch how angry she gets now. Now that BX isn't just like, oh, tiptoeing around. He's telling his real feelings. Look how angry.
I don't think she's talking about Tiff. Tiff didn't even start speaking yet, unless I'm tripping.
Where she gets now.
They're like,
Yeah. Tiff didn't start speaking yet, so she's not talking about Tiff. Tiff is about to come in, I believe, a little bit heavy. Or let me not say Tiff wasn't speaking. In that moment, Tiff wasn't speaking. Let me say that, because she did speak prior, but not as actively as she's about to. Yeah, I can't see the screen, but it's highlighting the other person on panel that was telling the story, who is the ex of Morbid. In this moment that she stopped and then speaking on. Right. Let me rewind it back just in case.
He states himself that he's having anxiety at this point.
I'm sorry. That is a narrative.
He's supposed to.
Yeah, she's referring to, if I'm not mistaken, the ex.
To just, put himself, I don't know. No.
I'm sorry. That is a narrative he paints, but I'm not like that. I'm not clingy.
What? If I'm wrong, hey, my bad. But I'm pretty sure that I'm right.
I don't even talk that much when we were together.
Watch how angry she gets now. Now that BX isn't just like, oh, tiptoeing.
Let me see.
Yeah. Watch how angry that. So he's supposed to take at his own anxiety expense, because he states himself that he's having anxiety at this point. It's too much for him.
Tiff's not
so
saying
he's supposed to just, put himself, I don't know. No.
I'm sorry. That is a narrative he paints, but I'm not like that. I'm not clingy.
Yeah, that's not Tiff, guys. Just this entire time, this like for the last minute, maybe even a little bit more. That's not Tiff talking.
Anxiety.
Let me see. Hold on. Before she does the,
even needy, right? And at one point, he just felt like he didn't want to.
No, that's not Tiff interjecting. That's I don't not pronounce it. Meh. Oh my. That's her interjecting.
To deal with it anymore.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, this is Granny responding to that. But she specifically says, now that BX, right? Which to me implies that I wasn't doing that before. Right. So even if she was talking, referring to, she said that I wasn't doing it before. Right. And I don't think this is not the point where I turn up on her either. So on Tiff is going to catch this hot fire a little bit later, which I think a little bit later, slightly.
Which I think BX is right there. I think BX got that on the head.
It was a mistake on his part, because how do you get to know someone and not know?
And this is what it is. Now she's starting to agree with me a little bit more. That's why she's saying that I'm picking it up. Right. So she's indicating that I wasn't doing that as much before. Right. So I'm pretty sure that's what she.
If they might need a little bit more extra handling, right?
I think they have
some kind of anxiety, then I think that you shouldn't try to add anything to it.
But how much handling was he supposed to take at his own anxiety expense? Because he states himself
what I'm saying to the ex and what the ex is saying to me.
That he's having anxiety at this point is too much for him.
That is a narrative he paints, but I'm not like that. I'm not clingy. I don't even talk that much when we were together.
Watch how angry she gets now. Now that BX isn't just like, oh, tiptoeing around. He's telling his real feelings. Look how angry she gets now.
And she's definitely talking about the ex, because the ex does start to get a little bit emotional in a little second, but it's not because of me. Definitely not. It's because of the other chick, Tiff. starts doing a lot of like passive aggressive shit.
Like he didn't. He didn't.
I think it's a combination of the money and
either. Like I offered to pay for everything on my own, and I sent him just as many gifts as he sent me.
I can understand that. I think it's in this.
No, she's not upset. I'm just right now. I'm noticing that she's becoming a little bit. What's the word for it? Unsettled, maybe. Right, because I'm asking certain questions. Right, but I've been asking questions the whole time. But just in this moment, I'm asking certain direct questions about this direct moment that we're seeing. So yes, I am asking questions and I am reacting to something in particular, right? Listen to what you said. You hadn't said anything. Yes, I did. I didn't say anything to upset her. No, but I did say things that might be hard for someone to answer if they're not fully emotionally there yet. If they have things to work on, and there's moments where and guys, this happens all the time because I'm like Mr. Debate guy. Sometimes when I'm just having normal conversation and I like hearing other people's opinions, I ask them in a certain way. And when you're not prepared to answer certain questions or be challenged, you become uncomfortable and then it starts to like frustrate you a little bit. Right. So I think that's what's happening is now I'm putting or just calling out certain things, which I did the entire time. It's just that with this one specific thing, and I'm like, this is what I think it is, blah, 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 blah. And it seems like she's like not comfortable like with that emotion of it yet, or like it's bringing up certain feelings. Right. And I think she's going to admit that. Right? But yeah, 100%. That wasn't about Tiff, bro. Nah. No. Tiff doesn't really start going a little hard until maybe a few minutes in.
Kind of. In this
Right
one time
now.
span of that trip, I think it was a combination of the money and your anxiety that made it seem as if it could have been maybe.
I didn't have anxiety except when I was in the bathroom and when he was recording me. I know it sounds crazy, but
And before that, because you was crying, you told us that you was crying before that.
I was crying because he ignored me, so I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, you
So
see,
That's like those 3 different moments of anxiety.
and you see that right there, that segment is no Tiff. It's me and the ex going back and forth.
Well,
I mean,
And I'm not saying that's even bad. I'm just letting you know that that's 3 different moments of anxiety.
Amen.
what anxiety? I was like feeling heartbroken, like this isn't working, is it? And she didn't answer.
I mean, here's the thing though. Here's
She didn't answer. That would be an anxious feeling, I would believe. And at least my personal.
Well, she finally missed that because he didn't answer. She was heartbroken. She did not want to leave. She wanted to stay and make it work.
That's not about Tiff. She's talking about
Right.
the same girl.
And you're going to see that here.
Opinion. If he's not giving a response and you are seeking that, it would be more of an anxious. I don't know. We describe it as.
When I have anxiety, I have like a physical reaction, and that wasn't it. Like I sweat, and my heart does a fluttery thing, and so it wasn't anxiety.
What was it, like unsettling or what?
That's called panic attacks, May. You can have anxiety and you can have panic attacks. So now you're saying this wasn't all caused by anxiety, but you started out that all of this was anxiety. But now it wasn't anxiety because now the story or BX isn't going the way you want it to go. So now you're taking back that it was.
Yeah, that's one thing I did call out. That she's did say anxiety in the beginning, and she's also indicating clear signs of anxiety, right? Like anxiety or a panic attack. And she's like almost like not wanting to admit it because she doesn't want to make it seem like she's crazy or something. And having anxiety doesn't mean that you're crazy. I have anxiety. I just handled it like a crazy person. It's weird. Let me explain that. Back when I was training mixed martial arts, I had a friend in the military that used to help me train. And he explained his philosophy for how he was able to do so much crazy stuff. Like we would work out and he'll be like doing like 1,000 chin-ups. And I was like, how you do that? And he pretty much explained to me that what he does is talks crap to his body. Like, you gonna do what I want you to do because I said so. I don't care if you tired. I don't care if you nervous. I don't care if you scared. You gonna get it done. And I've been using that philosophy my whole life ever since that moment. So if there's a moment that I'm like, if say I'm about to have a big debate or I had to perform or anything that I would normally get nervous or anxious with, I push through that shit. I literally have the same talk with myself. Like, you gonna do what I told you to do. BX. Now walk your ass over there and perform or do it. It just is what it is, right? But I'm not going to say that everybody that has anxiety should handle things the same way. Some people might say that that's not a good way to handle it, but it's helped me a lot. a lot. It made me really like learn how to control my emotions during anxious moments and be able to call it out when it's happening. Right? The sooner you could be able to do that, the sooner you'll be able to stop things like that. Like her having to go into like the restroom for an hour and a half because she was anxious is crazy. You should not have flew over there to meet this man. If you were so nervous that you had to hide for an hour, then you definitely did not need to go meet nobody. You didn't. You wasn't ready. You wasn't, which is why you probably kept asking for reassurance because you was not ready. You got to heal. It's not even a bad thing. Spend some time with yourself. Nobody wants to be in solitude no more. Nobody wants to just be alone for a while. Right? Get your thoughts together. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about her in particular, just in general. Nobody wants to just be alone. Like turn the TV off, turn your phone off, turn the music off, turn the lights off if you have to, and just sit there and think about everything. You could think about the bad feelings that you have, but then dive deep. Dive deep. Think about the times you were anxious. What made you anxious? Why did you feel that way? What could you have done better? Do that for bad moments, breakups, whatever. Don't dwell on it. Don't like think about it all day, every day. Like, no. I'm saying to just meditate and pretty much pick your own life apart. And trust me, when you reverse engineer something, it's easier for you to build. This is a fact. If you sit there and think about any problem you ever had in your life that you just didn't know what the hell's going on, you got emotional, so you couldn't handle it, go and think about that shit. Think about how you should have handled it. What made these things get triggered in you to make you react that way? Nobody wants to do that anymore.
It was anxiety.
How would you describe it?
It was like, okay, I don't know. He's not answering me. So what does that mean, right? Like, I don't know. It said a lot.
I think that we're all probably, everybody in this community, right, for the most part, is of an age where we've had enough experience in, intimate and romantic relationships to be able to read a person's body language and signals and things like that. And I think we probably know when things aren't going as we had scripted in our mind prior to, certain events. Where did she go? And I think what, in my opinion, happened here is that there was a just not that into you kind of situation where they weren't meshing with each other, 3 months after meeting somebody. And
I will say, Bumblebee, that after people pointed out that she can sit on all these panels and do all these live streams, there was a situation where she fell asleep live after drinking, and she said it was because of it. So I don't know. I'm not going to question her medical. I just don't think it's as important as she thinks it is. All right. Let's go to normal speed.
Like there's like a whole lore within this community that I'm not aware of, and I could admit to that.
Almost kills you, but
certain events. Where did she go?
I definitely don't know at all.
And I think what, in my opinion, happened here is that there was a just not that into you kind of situation where
I can't do it at normal
meshing with each other. 3 months after meeting somebody, and you make all these preparations for them to come out and visit you, and you accommodate them and bend over backwards. And when things aren't really working out after a week, I can understand a level of resentment.
You think he bent over backwards?
Yeah, from my understanding.
I want to know more. Let me know that.
Well, from what they've both said is that she had some requests before she came out, and she wanted a bidet, and he bought a bidet and installed it. She wanted curtains. She wanted certain kind of curtains, like blackout curtains. He purchased those before she got there.
Now, listen, this gets very interesting. All right. Don't leave yet.
I have crippling anxiety. Like, I get anxiety intimately too. I mean, it can be debilitating, right? And
sounds like high maintenance.
Well, and then when he went to pick her up from the airport, she was.
All right, let's go to normal speed. Hear this, right? Because now the truth's being put out there. Because believe it or not, Tiffany is coming in from a perspective of truth, right? This is very much how it's going to be. Yeah. Except for Tiff was in Glares talking about Morbid under an alt account, and then we go in Morbid's under her real name talking about Glares. Very bizarre to watch, but that is what they do. So here she comes, right? Here comes May.
She was in the bathroom for quite a while, and he waited patiently, and he purchased tickets.
That's not what happened. It's so frustrating.
Okay.
I've been disproving this from day one. That's not true.
Okay. So wait. So May, let me ask you something. When you
made up because you're obviously not watching both sides because I provided receipts for everything.
Hold on.
I didn't, May.
Hold on.
Stop.
Let me ask something as the neutral party.
Asking for
Any of those things. So wait, did you ask for a bidet?
No, I did not. He got it because I have 2 bidets in my house, and he got it because he wanted to. I never once asked for a bidet. He asked me what I wanted. So please.
That's very.
Do you notice that? Did anybody else just pick up on what was just said? No, I didn't ask for it. He wanted it because I have 2. And then she finally ends with, he asked me. Yeah, he asked you what he could get to make you feel comfortable, and you said a bidet.
I have 2 bidets in my house.
Okay. So what were you pointing out? Because the argument is if it was a request or not. And what you even just described out your whole mouth is not a request from her. It's a request from him, if you're going to call it a request at all. So that's probably why she's frustrated. Because if someone's making it seem like you demanded or requested something as a qualification for you to come and visit, and you didn't do that, and the person just asked you, hey, you got some curtains, or you got this bidet, or however you pronounce it, I'll go get one. And they offer that. That's not a request. And for you to hold that against someone or over their head is wrong, bro. It's wrong. It's toxic and it's manipulative. So if you believe that she owed him something because he did something on his own free will that she did not ask him to do, then you crazy. And you probably somebody that do the same thing. How you say it? Bidet? Okay. I know I'm from the streets. That's some fancy. That's mad fancy. I never used it.
House, and he got it because he wanted to. I never once asked.
I'm a wet wipes kind of guy myself.
For a bidet. He asked me what I wanted. So please.
That's very common.
He asked me what I wanted. You responded a bidet. So he got.
That's not a request, though. That's not a request, bro. That is not what that is.
Got a bidet. It's that simple. There's no.
That's not simple. They said it was a request. What you just described, that's not a request, bro. Come on, that's nasty. So if I go to the store and I say, hey, I'm going to the store. You want something? You want a bag of chips or something? And you go, yeah, I'll take a bag of chips. I could take one. And I come back and I give you a bag of chips. And then I hold it up. I went and got some chips. You requested for me to go get some nacho cheese chips, and I went and got it for you. I would think that's way different from the truth, which was I was already going and I asked you what you wanted. Come on, bro. Come on. Yeah, like y'all being dishonest if you don't think that.
Like she tried to really run around that one. Oh,
accommodating. That's very
accommodating. He was a fucking asshole.
Wait. It can be probably accommodating, of course, but if she didn't ask for it, then that's not him filling out a request.
That's his excuse for doing this to me? No, and I never asked him for it. And I put receipts up. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Now, like a toddler freaking out, that's his excuse for doing this to me? Because I wanted a bidet? You know that's not your excuse for it. You know that's not why he did this. Good golly.
May.
Yeah, if he's not asking for that, does sound
ridiculous.
As a woman, I know how we kind of navigate through relationships, romantic relationships, and we kind of create this image of
things like you were there, you weren't there, you're putting out this there. That's not what happened, okay?
You're being really defensive.
Okay.
I'm just
you're telling a story that's not your story to tell, and that's not what happened. And I already
hold on.
Once you bring a story to YouTube, it is everybody's story to tell. Everybody's story to tell. So in fact, she's like, but because it's not the way you want the story told.
Yo, nah, that sounds crazy. Okay, I get what Granny is saying. Once you make it public, anyone can talk about it. But then when people are taking your story and blatantly lying, if that's the case, that you can't go, well, it's for everyone can tell. I can tell your whole life story. No, if I was to tell you Granny's watching, and this is hypothetical, grew up in a dark alley, right? Born in a trash can, way down in the jungle, right? First went to jail at the age of 6 for stealing some nachos. Got into a fight every day of her life. And I just go on this long dialogue of some made up bullshit. And then if she was to go, yo, BX, that none of that is true. What? First of all, it's everyone's story to tell. It's my story to tell now. Because you're a public figure. It's my story to tell. That sounds insane. No. She is allowed to feel a type of way about people misrepresenting her story. In her opinion, she can feel a type of way. You're entitled to your opinion, but when you're misrepresenting it, which I have to say, Tiff 100% just did. You saying she requested something, but then once she confirms that it was not a request, you switch it up like, oh, well, he was accommodating. Okay, that's different from making a request. So you're misrepresenting the story if that's the case. And she has the right to not like that. It ain't no just, it's everyone's story to tell. Yeah, everyone can talk about it, but the person it happens to can feel a type of way if you're misrepresenting.
Right? Look at the difference in behavior now, right? She trigger quits.
So
okay, well, listen. I think
I don't want to
We're
talk
gonna be able to
about
discuss
it.
this in the calm way. Hold on, listen. We got to be able to discuss in the calm way. The reason why she's being defensive, Tiff,
if this is the way she acted with Morbid, can you fucking imagine going through another day with this? Listen to her now. I don't want to.
Yeah, shorty gaslighting her ass off, bro. Can't front. And I know that's such an overused term, like nowadays. But damn it, I be seeing this sometimes from time to time.
Talk about it with her. I don't want to. I'm not doing this no more because it's no longer about
I cringe every time I have to say the word gaslighting. No, this is
me being a victim. I quit. This is fucking wrong. Weird.
I'm speaking though. Give me a second. I'm speaking though. Tiff, the reason why I will be able to discuss this in the calm way. Hold on, listen.
Story that's not your story to tell, and that's not what happened. And I already
Hold on.
okay, well, listen. I think
I don't want to
We're
talk
gonna be able to
about
discuss
it.
this in the calm way. Hold on, listen. We got to be able to discuss in the calm way. The reason why she's being defensive, Tiff, I'm speaking though. Give me a second.
Let me tell you really quick, Swindig, this woman, that's very chilled level, has mastered this over years. It is
that's an act.
if you only knew. If you
100%. That's a passive aggressive act.
I'm speaking though. Tiff, the reason why I would be offensive if I was her in this position is can you imagine the amount of people that might be getting misinformation, right? And then
I understand.
Crying and all this. So, like in this moment, if she's feeling frustrated about that, right?
I get it.
Saying something like, "Yo, you're being defensive," kind of sounds like a gaslighting type of tactic.
No, it's not gaslighting. It's just
okay,
reading her.
Let's take turns. So go ahead. You go and then I'll go. Let's take turns with each other. Go ahead.
Okay. It's not. I'm not trying to gaslight her at all. I've heard her explain this and him explain this, and there's aspects of this story that match up. And like I said, I've been in this type of situation.
Yes, she did first, Mystery. She even admits that. She says, I didn't speak to anybody a week after I got home. Then I started doing research. I went over to his enemies and I decided So yeah, she admits that she went public first. Absolutely. Credit to BX. This is his stream.
Personally, where it unraveled very terribly, and I was the bad guy, right, in the whole scenario with the majority of the public perspective. So I understand the position she's in, and I understand why she's probably has a short fuse with opinions, that aren't.
Just to remind you all, this is sped up. Oh no, this is normal speed again. Okay, I was going to say because it is absolutely draining how she speaks so slow and drags it. Just say what you got to say.
She feels that are in her favor. I'm just repeating what I've heard them both say.
Right.
So point like the bidet. I mean, whether or not she asked or not. Okay. I mean, he seemed to have been accommodating. Now, my only question is okay, BX, you can reasonably speaking, things don't go from being one way to being this elevated without something had to have happened, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing that I find frustrating, being somebody who's very sensitive to this type of situation. I just find it to be very, how do I want to put this? Disingenuous to present it like this was some, lovely trip that had no, fault or downfall until just this person suddenly snapped. Like, you could be the most psychotic, sociopathic, narcissistic asshole on the face of the earth, and there still has to be some issue that happened that made it to where he had to feel like he had to enact his own personal boundaries and say, I'm not comfortable with you in my space. Like, I just,
Yeah,
I don't know.
It could be. I don't think that's necessarily true. I understand what you're saying, but
You know what I mean, though?
Okay, so I knew I wasn't tripping. So Morbid was the first one to come out and speak about this. Yeah, and that's what she told me in the stream. So
someone will just blurt that out to get you out their house, and it could be, especially if they're like known for making stuff up publicly and going on stream and just lying multiple times.
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
yeah,
I do
that's
think
true.
that I wouldn't put it past somebody that is known for that to come up or present a situation in a way that can be their favor. In fact, from the video that we just witnessed, whether it was he said, she said, from my own eyes and ears, he admitted to almost everything that she claimed.
Right. CBX is he's starting to get it now. May rage quit. I think she gets her way in Stone's Hollow because she breaks people down by the tantrums and demands, then gaslighting and crying fits. Meg's going to do whatever she wants just so she stops further insanity. Yeah, good perspective.
Everything that she claimed he did, he admitted to in this very video. Right. So just judging off of that, I do believe that, yeah, she should have just left. Right. You don't want to just be in someone's house if they feel uncomfortable. But at the same time, we can admit it was a shitty move and done in a shitty way. Right. Him saying that, I could provide this and this for you. Why would I trust anybody's word? You said that this is going to be a safe and comfortable place for me, and now you're kicking me out. So how do I know that if I pack my bags and leave, that you won't get the hotel or won't get the cab?
But that's a risk you take when you're an adult and you decide to travel across country to meet a stranger.
Obviously, it doesn't make it less shitty, though. It doesn't make it less of a horrible move on Morbid's part. But yes, obviously, it was a bad move for her to travel over there and have no backup plan. Yeah, yes. I agree full-heartedly. Doesn't make it less of a nasty move on Morbid's part. Like, you're literally dancing around that. I would like to see you acknowledge that Morbid was foul for that first before you say yes and then give an excuse. Just one time. Let me hear. Maybe I'm tripping. Did she say that Morbid was foul for that?
She was premature not to have enough money to cover her own expenses in case something goes wrong. I mean, come on. How much responsibility does he have at that point? Hey, Paint.
All of it. When he tells you, I'm going to be responsible for all of it. Someone says that they're going to handle the to and from. I think they should handle the to and from. Call me crazy. Should you have a backup? Yeah, but then are we not going to hold anyone accountable for making false promises? That's crazy. It sounds like you're defending someone who's already a known disgusting, nasty creep. But on top of that, someone who was wrong, right? They both were wrong in certain instances, but like, you're not acknowledging Morbid's side of him being nasty at all. It's weird. It's almost as if you're just on a campaign to defend him. That does seem strange.
And
it seems like accountability on him at all.
You know what I see? Honestly, you know what I see in looking at this? I see me at, in my very early 20s, maybe high school, in a relationship where the guy was not feeling it, and I was desperately trying to guilt them into hanging on. That's what I see here.
Yeah, he wasn't being a proper host. You don't host somebody like that. You don't host somebody like, fam, I've had females visit and it get too late because we lost track of time. And I'm like, yo, you can just stay over. Like, I got a couch, right? Or whatnot. I have like multiple beds, but got like a place where you can sleep to where you're not just going outside late night to where it could be unsafe, right? And that's people that lived in the same city as me at the time, right? So imagine a woman coming across from state to state and I just kick her out. Just come on. She would have to have done something extreme to where I was afraid for my safety. Other than that, nigga, it could wait till the next day. I'll drive you to the airport. What do you mean? Like, that doesn't make sense. It was like 11 at night. Right? Like, you don't have to admit. I was going to say you got to admit. I think any decent human being would admit that was a crappy move on his part.
I'm just being totally candid and honest.
Yes,
like
you were
I see
just
20-year-old me
pandering.
trying to, not let something go. That's just what.
How you guys like that are familiar? 20-year-old her. 20-year-old her. Huh. No, I not that I know of, Catherine.
I
Let me tell you
Guys, hit the like button, share the video if you can. Hit the like button.
what I see. Let me tell you what I see without me injecting myself into it.
Yeah.
I see someone who, I agree with you, was not feeling it, but lied to the very fucking end that he was. I believe
That could be.
this motherfucker sold her a dream of things are going to be magical, wonderful. I believe he definitely told her, I'm going to move where you're at. So I do think that when someone is getting all these promises and it's all sweet and all happy sunshines and daffodils, when a motherfucker within a week time span, whether it was a few days or it's just that moment, decides, I'm done with you, we get out, this and this and this. And the only real explanation he could give is, I spent enough money.
BX is forgetting again that they had a falling out earlier that day. So it didn't just happen right then and there. It happened earlier that day.
The falling out was, according to him and her, from what I heard, was because she wanted more validation, or she was feeling insecure. That I don't think that's enough to even call it a fallout, though. But okay, I guess I'm forgetting that they argued over who's the best baseball player. I'm clearly that was significant. Oh wait, yeah. They argued over what was the best cereal, Captain Crunch and Fruity Pebbles. I forgot to mention that too as well. They argued over who got the toy in the Happy Meal. I didn't mention that. Let me not forget to mention a bunch of other things that's not significant to the story in any way, shape, or form. That, fam, if that was enough for him to go this crazy, he's lying. Blatant. Someone saying, should I get a sooner flight? Is it enough for you to kick someone out your house like a few hours later, randomly? Come on, bro. That's crazy.
They surpassed all that. It's not working out. We don't like each other. You're going home tomorrow. Fine, you can stay here tonight. I'll drop you off at the airport. Everything's good. Everything's settled. Let's go our own ways. Wash your hands of it. She then approaches him after not speaking to him for the rest of the day, 11:30 at night, to tell him, I'm not going to be able to take that flight home tomorrow because I don't have a way home from the airport. How many of you would have been calm?
Any decent human being? Are you? Yo, granted, you just revealed something about yourself. Nigga, you might be a maniac behind the scenes. I don't think, me personally, maybe I just, don't spaz over any little thing. I don't think that's a time for you to go crazy. Like, what? You're going to be stranded? I'm angry. You going to go Incredible Hulk? What? Get out right now. Let's make it even harder for you. You're going to have a hard time. It's going to be even harder for you. Yeah, you're right, Granny. How dare she tell him her concerns when he's the one that's handling the tickets? How dare? Yeah, it's crazy, right? She should not have said nothing to him. What is he, like Michael Jackson's father? Like you can't walk around at night too loud? Joe Jackson? Ike Turner? Like, what's up? Are you defending that? That's crazy. Me personally, I don't think you should be that mad at the world to where you can't have a conversation. Crazy. These are the type of men you want to stay away from, ladies. I gotta go spade to spade. I ain't pandering either. Just I'm saying, damn. If that's what got him over the edge, oh my gosh, could you imagine being in a long-term relationship with him?
Sounds suspect to me. And it sounds like he was lying until he was able to get what he wanted. And once it became not fun anymore, it was, let me wipe my hands with you, record you, have my fans start fucking treating you a certain way and talking to you a certain way to cover my ass. And when has he, in any fucking situation, whether it was friendship, relationship, left in an honest way?
I don't know. See, I don't know.
Because she wanted to discuss their relationship status, and he wanted to discuss her leaving. He was past that. He even says as much. We passed that. I don't need to tell you what you've done wrong here. We've already spoken about that. I just need to know when you were leaving because I want you to leave now. I would have
What'd
been
you do
done
wrong?
too.
Just
Yeah,
I know from my own experience.
Well, we can see you got a short temper, as you are explaining on your own. If that's what sent you over the edge, I would have went crazy. How dare you ask me or tell me that you having troubles? Yo, fam, what would you do if I told you that like I was having like trouble sleeping? Karate kick me, Granny? Would you like? Is that the appropriate action? What if I told you like what if I told you I don't know I was depressed? You gonna pop me in my forehead? Like what's the appropriate action for that? Right? If I told you that my hip was sore, are you gonna come out your room with a baseball bat? Let me know what's the appropriate. Are we in the Adams family? Why are you treating everybody like they Pugsley? Right? Is that his name? I ain't watched Adams Family in years. It's Pugsley, right? Right. Adams Family's my ish. But why she acting like that? You ain't gotta act like that. Why you so angry? Why you so masculine? Granny, why you so masculine? What's up? You good? You alright? You alright? You good? You sure? All right, we're just making sure, man, because you
With somebody on YouTube where when it ended, I was painted into being this villain, the super villain. But I mean, it was.
You guys, she's leaving out the part here where she has a live-in partner during this online relationship. Okay. So maybe that's why you became the villain. I don't know. I mean, was she exploited and treated unfairly? Absolutely. I will give her that. All of her business down to every last bit of it was put out on here, including intimate photos. So yes, I understand what she's saying there,
that's
but
crazy.
she's leaving out the fact that she has a live-in partner during this online relationship that she keeps referencing.
This is the portion I don't know nothing about, so I'm just really more so listening, and I'll chime in. Right, but I don't know about none of her relationships.
That right.
I get it.
And so I've
That
been in
could
her
go both ways,
shoes.
though. That could go
Pardon
both
me?
ways. I said that could go both ways for all parties. What you're saying is right. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, it really can, and it's devastating when it does, because especially when something like this, I wasn't recorded. Well,
Paying for an hour-long Uber would suck, absolutely, but that is the predicament you put yourself in when you take these travel plans. All right.
She wouldn't have been able to. But then that's the thing. Man, we can't keep just disregarding the fact that he was aware. He was aware that she was broke. Like, yo, fam, this is different. This ain't like you just go out to dinner with your friends and, well, if you didn't have money, you shouldn't have came out. They were in a relationship talking about building more. And he told her that he had her from beginning to end and then reneged on the deal. Whatever.
I was, but it's a long story, but I've had a very vulnerable moment like such as this put online, and it was humiliating, and it was ridiculed and judged, and everybody had their opinions on it, and everybody said I was.
All right, here comes May. Here comes May. She's back. She rage quit. Now she's back. Let's see what she has to say.
It's crazy and psycho.
Here's why I think you're being ridiculous.
And judged, and everybody had their opinions on it, and everybody said I was crazy and psycho.
Here's why I think you're being ridiculous. That is what happened. You weren't there, and you don't know. Okay, I was up here talking to Beast Boy, and you come up here, butt in, acting like you're freaking being genuine. If this,
you come in, you butt in with facts, and I don't like that. I mean, come on, really?
Did happen to you, then maybe you did something crazy. I didn't. So,
you didn't. You didn't, huh? I think you're both crazy.
Don't fucking speak on my behalf. You weren't there.
Well, she wasn't speaking on your behalf.
I heard her. I went backwards and listened. I don't like what she's saying because she's acting like she knows what happened. I'm telling
you, I don't like what she's saying because she's not painting me as the victim. That's what it sounds like. Does it sound like that's anybody else? Drop a 1 in the chat if that's all you're hearing right now. As a toddler throwing a fit because she didn't get her way. Could you imagine dealing with this for a week? And then again at 11:30 at night? Oh, Lord.
You're assuming it's like this the entire time. And I'm sure this guy, Morbid, was no damn picnic, by the way. I don't think he would be.
story out there, which then allows her now to be a public figure. Lots of ones. All right. So we're all hearing it. Okay.
Telling you nothing
Yeah, we can talk
happened.
about it. I
And
don't
he
disagree
did,
with
what
you.
does he say happened? He fucking lied and I proved it. And now this dude that won't stop subscribing to me and I keep blocking is over here in the chat. Freaking, I think it is morbid, but whatever. And now you're up here telling a story that you have no business telling.
And this dude that's in the chat, like, welcome to YouTube, May. It's the way it goes. The same way you're in the comments of every single troll of his and troll of every person who does not buy your narrative. Now you're getting your own trolls, right? How's it feel? It's a shitty feeling. But you sure as hell have no problem.
You said it's not that big of a deal. Yo, fam, you biased as hell. Okay. She don't like this May girl. She not a fan, huh? Okay. All right. I could tell. And getting trolled is just part of the game, man. Sometimes people go too far, sometimes they don't. I would just ignore it. Don't even reply, bro. Don't even reply. That's the best bet.
Feeding information to other people's trolls or co-signing their fuckery simply because they went against your narrative, right? Watch out, Tiff, because she'll be on your ass.
Yeah, like, who are you? I don't even know who you are. Nothing happened. That's what happened. You want me to make something up?
Unhinged? Anybody? Anybody? I mean, this is nuts.
I don't know if the way you're responding to me is really helping your cause personally, but I'm just
Shit. I don't respond well to people like you, and I do the same thing in my own damn community.
And her own community. Now the bitch got a community. Oh my goodness. Tiffany is good at making anybody appear nuts when you're on panel with her. I will give her that. Tiffany's soft-spoken demeanor will drive you crazy, especially when you're upset.
That's fake.
But let's be honest here. What community? Her community of trolls? Her community of hate bonding? What community? Her own community. What she meant to say is, I do this in my own real life. That's what she meant to say. Come on, her community. You don't have a community, May. You have a bunch of hate bonders with trolls.
the way you're responding to me is really
you said,
helping
man.
your
I thought
cause
you was talking
personally,
about.
but
I thought she was talking about Tiff. That's a community. I thought she was speaking about Tiff. I was like, she got a community.
I'm just
Shit. I don't respond well to people like you, and I do the same thing in my own damn community. I don't think you're fucking right. It's messed up. You say you've been through this before, yet you're saying that you don't think anything happened, and this is a fucking fight I've been fighting for day one.
I never said.
I have a problem because of
I didn't say.
This has been my fight from day one. This is why I have a problem, because of people like you. What? Because people that push against your narrative? Again, welcome to YouTube. I'm so sick of these women getting up here and acting like there's some big victims of the internet of which they created. You created this environment. You participated in this environment.
I'm about to say they created the internet. Yeah, I swore that's what she was saying. I was like, wait, what? Because they created the internet. I misheard that. I was about to say, like, whoa, I know I'm hard.
The same way you troll people is the same way you'll get trolls.
Yeah,
Me, I initially, Genevieve, was on May's side. Absolutely. Until she started having inconsistencies, until the proof was shown, until I started hearing like this.
I didn't.
I don't care what you have to say. Don't talk.
Okay, well then why are you?
Don't talk to me. She really just said that, guys. Listen back. I don't care what you have to say. Don't talk to me.
I never said.
I have a problem because
I didn't say. I don't
care what you have to say. Don't talk.
Okay, well then why are you? I didn't say I didn't think anything happened. I asked what happened.
That is her second rage quit in under like 3 minutes. Very impressive time rate, ma'am. Very impressive. Wow. They both made mistakes. Absolutely. Don't talk to me. Lord.
Okay. I mean, BX, we're kind of getting, I don't know.
Well, to be honest, you did,
that's her strong point, Ducking Felonies. You're not wrong. I have had her on my panel where she intentionally does that to you to make you look like a lunatic. But May makes herself look like a lunatic. What we have here are 2 lunatics looking like lunatics.
She was being emotional right now, but you did suggest what happened as well as
I said what I see from my perspective, because again, I just find it kind of hard to wrap my head around the fact that things.
Be real, you must not have seen my stream. I actually did a very good job, if you ask me. It was
What?
how long ago was this? 2 weeks ago. I had both May and Morbid on panel.
All right, so somebody just put whoa, girl, Granny, your ego's crazy. Some fan said we need a community channel creator that is a therapist like Dr. Drew so they could fight on their live. And she said, you must not have seen my stream. I'm pretty good at. You a therapist? That's crazy. All right. And you're pretty good at it, according to you. Okay, all right. I'm sure she has fans that agree, but damn, you don't want to tone down the ego a little bit. Okay, no, all right. I'm not mad at it. Ooh. Whoa, my thing. Holy smokes! Like, all right, I heard Katy Perry playing in the background just now. I got the eye of the tiger and something. That sound like she watched Supergirl nonstop every day, like just every day. Right? Her favorite character in Arrow is Felicity. That's a fact. In fact, it sounds like she loved the new Marvels movie. That's the way she's talking.
I tried to be that middle therapist person, but it's kind of hard when you're dealing with two people that, but you can go watch it. It was actually a really good stream. Have you guys hit the thumbs up? I forget. Did May quit my stream? I think she did. I have to go back and look.
Things went from being okay to her suddenly feeling insecure and saying, should I take the earlier flight home? Him not responding, and then this, and then the police showing up.
Well, to be honest, from what I was hearing from a little bit of his side, he's describing it as if it was a week of hell from his side, right? And earlier in the stream, during this conversation, you said that people as us, as adults, we can read body language. Is there a chance that he was giving
Tiffany.
off the energy of him not being with it now, or uncomfortable, and it was making him seem standoff? Like,
completely.
That making her feel uncomfortable.
But I mean,
I think the high maintenance thing is
let me ask you this.
Oh my God, it's so annoying. I hate people that do that. Like, you clearly hear me talking, but you feel like what you're saying is way more important, so you're just gonna cut me off.
Yeah, you invite a girl to your home, okay? You're not feeling it. You deal with it as long as you can. And then it comes to the crossroads of there's a situation where she invites the opportunity of, hey, I can leave sooner than what we rescheduled my departure for being, which was a week after that point in time, okay? And she invites that dialogue, and you're just kind of wanting this to be over. Not anybody's own fault. It's just some things don't work out sometimes, right? So she opens that door.
We're going to get into a bunch of word salad. Don't leave me yet. It gets really good. Yes, Miss Connie. Yes, here we go.
I mean, I don't know if he responded.
Dialogue, right?
Yeah, but I mean, from what I heard him explain is he said, it's probably a better idea or something like that. And then all of a sudden, now here's the thing. Like, it's women script things out in their head. Like, women paint this whole picture of how things should be, right? And so I know this. I've done this before. It's like you say something to somebody hoping you're going to get the opposite answer, but then when they give you the answer you invite them to give that you don't want,
it does get better, and I do agree with this. I will say I agree with this. Sometimes we seek out answer. We ask a question, hoping they give us the opposite answer, right? Like when she kept asking Morbid, you don't really like me, which I don't believe it was like, you don't like me, like a joke. That is not a New York thing. I think it was more like, are you into me? Because she could feel it. We can sense these things, right? And when she said to him that day, should I take the plane home? And he was kind of like, yeah, I guess you should, whatever you want to do. She got mad. She didn't like it. They call them personality disorders. That's a nice way of saying your personality is unbearable to be around. Psychotherapy can only do so much. Right. You get it, kill shot. Right.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a girl. I've been kind of crazy with dudes in the past. I just see this is like it backfired on her. She felt rejected. She wanted him to want her when he said, okay, yeah, maybe you should go tomorrow. That's not what she wanted to hear. That's what I fucking think happened.
How did we get from there to this video of him?
That's what I want to know. That's what I
think that was that. I think that you literally just described it. I think that her asking or saying, hey, do you think I should leave sooner? Might have been an indication for her to say, hey, I want you to actually say that you want me to be here.
Right.
I want if they want it, right? But then his response to go to the extreme of get the fuck out now.
It didn't go to that extreme. You're forgetting the argument that happened prior to them not speaking until she came to him at 11:30 at night.
It is crazy.
Well, do we know who did that though? Has there been proof showing that
We're looking at a video.
Yeah, but we're looking at the climax here, right? Like we don't know
They're
what's
describing
happening.
the details in the video. She's asked him why a bunch of times. He said, I spent enough money. He also said that she was being rude. She said, wow.
Rewind that back real quick. The tone of her voice is a little different. Let me hear
Do we know he did that though? Has there been proof showing that?
Yeah, go to that extreme.
Right. But then his response to go to the extreme of get the fuck out now.
It didn't go to that extreme. You're forgetting the argument that happened prior to them not speaking until she came to him at 11:30 at night.
Yo, my man, girl, your tone is crazy. I ain't gonna say nothing, right? Because maybe I'm just mishearing. I don't like the way that sounded. But I'm telling you, nigga, that Katy Perry is strong in this one. It's strong in this one, fam. I'm telling you, like I see Captain Marvel every time. I just hear her talking like this. Right? She's really aggressive. She's an aggressive woman.
It is crazy.
Well, do we know he did that though? Has there been proof showing that he?
We're looking at a video.
Yeah, but we're looking at the climax here, right? Like we don't know what's happening.
The details in the video. She's asked him why a bunch of times. He said, I spent enough money. He also said that she was being rude. She said, wow. He refused to answer. She also stated that because I told you I wanted to leave sooner. Then she also stated, I have no one to pick me up from the airport. There's a lot of details in this video that we can't just skim over.
That's true.
If he felt like he didn't want to be around and he just decided to be the super extreme asshole or a dick, we got to just call it what it is and say he was being a dick. And just, it is what it is. I understand.
I don't think he was, though. You know what I mean?
And what might have led him to this, because of course you don't want to be.
That's fine. I think he was. And that's fine as well. All right.
He was someone who makes you uncomfortable because they feel uncomfortable. If she's feeling, which is why I kept saying maybe it was.
Yes, Tiffany has mastered that skill after many shouting situations that she's been in. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anxiety. But
that shit is not a skill. I read through it. People who I guess are simple-minded, they think that because someone is whispering and not raising their voice, that they're not being what's my high self? Blinked out on the word I was going to use. Antagonistic. Yeah, there you go. You could also say that just them being difficult or just passive aggressive. There you go. I'm smoking over here. I'm like, well, was that the word I wanted to use? Yeah, it was. Had to contemplate about it for a second.
Feeling like she's not wanted and she's acting a certain way, it can cause him to act a certain way. So I totally understand the sentiment. Where I think he wilded out was the delivery and how to actually, I guess, proceed with this. I think that it was like really nasty for him to pull out a phone and record, especially if no kind of threats or anything happened before that to indicate any of this. I think he was nasty to say certain things on his footage.
I don't think this.
But look how she came. Look how in the video she calls him a creep. She came back and even on my stream, she made allegations against him, and now she's labeling the guy the P word, right? So how?
I didn't hear her label him the P word. Right? Am I tripping? Maybe I might need to hear that back. I heard her use a different P word, right? And that was clarified, right? Maybe there's other footage that I might not have seen, right? But okay. Right. If she is doing that, she's dead wrong, right? And I did clarify in this one segment that she's reacting to that I don't think he's the P word at all.
It was pretty smart of him to
I don't have enough information to say that. That's crazy.
Record. I mean, if you have a woman that's refusing to leave your house or a man, we should record. Absolutely.
This should have been published ever. I don't think this should have ever been shared.
Well, I think that he should have de-escalated the situation before he kicked out the house in the first place. In my personal opinion, I think that recording is okay when it fits or where it's necessary, but there is a point where it's not necessary and it's people being over the top. I think that can be bogus at times, right? But whatever.
He's wrong in 1,000 ways of how he handled it. And I think that as a man, we have to take accountability. I've been in scenarios where I've hung out with a chick and then I wasn't feeling a vibe. I think there was no get the fuck out right now. Get out.
I offered her that, Tiffany Taboo. I completely was trying to back her up and give her these outs. And she wasn't taking them because she's prideful and she wants everything to be seen from her perspective. She would not acknowledge any faults at all. And that's when it became obvious what was going on here. And that's when she snapped on me.
Right, can you leave? Let me put my phone
on. If anyone has a clip of her and Granny going back and forth or arguing, send it to me so I can have more context. Somebody said, oh, well, hold on. Let's see if she reads this comment she just put on the screen.
Called you. I'm a communication guy. I'm going to be extremely honest. All the answers she wanted, she would have.
I'll read it. I don't think she's going to read it. I feel like what BX is missing is her admitting that there was all day long tension. No, I'm not missing it. I don't think that the tension is enough, right? Those tensions that they're describing is not enough for that reaction to me. So I think that people are failing to acknowledge that I am disagreeing with that fact, and that's okay. But acting like I must be fucking a simpleton or not seeing what you see, right, is insulting to my intelligence when I'm just disagreeing. I think he could have handled it better. I said the recording, I believe, is necessary, unfortunately, in a case by case basis. I think in that one, it can only add to stress and make someone even more uncomfortable, right? So if someone's having a panic attack and you pull your camera out, fam, like there's YouTubers that have been canceled for that. That's not me saying that anyone should be canceled, but I think that because certain things are disliked for one person and maybe the like for another, people are disregarding the clear signs that this man was out of pocket. But that's in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Right there.
And if she is the type to make wild accusations, he should have vetted her more before he invited her into his home, right? And I already gave her my opinion. I think the tattoo thing was crazy. I think her even going over there and kicking on him was crazy. I don't think they got to know each other well enough. But on his part, he has to take accountability as a man, bro. Like it's really odd that like even the small basic stuff that like doesn't mean you're in trouble. People are so afraid to just be like, oh yeah, I could have handled that better. What the hell's wrong with y'all? Right? What's wrong with y'all? It's not just 100% her. They both were wrong. No one's acknowledging, or at least I should say, Granny's watching doesn't seem like she's acknowledging a lot of the wrong he's done. I think she might have said somewhere in this that he was wrong, but I'm not hearing how she's saying he was wrong. Maybe she's talking about more so just the doxing element or going after the family.
Here's why. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling about anymore. I'm uncomfortable. And I think this is how we should proceed.
Right. And BX, you're right, Naughty Audie, because BX is forgetting that they did that earlier in the day when they made the final plans that she would be leaving in the morning. She then comes in 11:30 at night and says, I can't take that flight tomorrow. So his own anxiety, his own issues made him freak out and say, oh, hell no, get out now. Because he probably felt like if I don't get her out now, she's not going to leave tomorrow and I'm going to be stuck with her another week. And they were already uncomfortable.
But I mean, maybe it started off like that, and this is we're looking at the escalation. So maybe there was all this explanation, and there was this, this dialogue. We don't know. Nobody.
We do know.
From on that perspective, but then if that's the case, then we really don't know at all. Right?
But I do have to say, I don't think this video should have been put out. I don't think her children's fathers should have been contacted. There's
also, you did that too as well.
That's what it appears. I mean, there was messages posted and things like that. See, and this is the problem with these communities online is people feel very entitled to other people's personal and private lives. Look, we all get intimately involved. That's not okay.
It's very true. Tiffany, is not okay, right? It wasn't okay when your friends did it to me, and it's not okay now. I love that you call it like you say. You don't kiss anyone's ass. If someone is right or wrong, you call it. Thank you so much, Casey. Thank you. I appreciate that being recognized. I really do. Thank you. And thank you for the super sticker. It means a lot. Helps a lot. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, and he's, by the way, guys, this isn't the first time he's done this. He's been doing this for years, over and over again, repeatedly. I have the footage on my page. This is a normal thing for Morbid.
And BX, this is a normal thing for Tiffany as well. Tiffany has dated a lot of men online that ended up being YouTube followers.
So, shorty, yo, like whatever personal beef you got with Tiff, I don't know why you telling it to me. Like I'm defending Tiff. Like the way she's saying it is as if like I'm second guessing. I don't know Tiff, nigga, and clearly I'm not gonna ever defend Tiff. So the way I don't know, maybe she was misworded that, or she sounds really aggressive right now. I ain't defending Tiff, nigga. Like whatever your beef is with Tiff, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I'll watch or react to your conversation with her, right? But yeah, I don't know why you even getting so damn aggressive with me. Like I'm defending Tiff. I'm not in any way, shape, or form.
He's been doing this for years, over and over again, repeatedly. I have.
Nice, I really do. Thank you. And thank you for the super sticker. It means a lot. Helps a lot. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, and he's, by the way, guys, this isn't the first time he's done this. He's been doing this for years, over and over again, repeatedly. I have the footage on my page. This is a normal thing for Morbid.
And BX, this is a normal thing for Tiffany as well. Tiffany has dated a lot of men online that ended up being YouTube fodder. Yep.
Is it digging to your personal life and contact your loved ones? He did it on live streams multiple times. Hey, ladies, before you date, maybe you should look into that.
Funny.
Agreed.
That warning never works with anybody. People think they're the special one, and they're going to be the one that makes them act differently, right? Like women don't heed warnings very well. I mean, shit, I don't.
We know you don't. Oh man. Yeah, he has seen it biasly. I think if he understood and saw the whole, because he's usually not biased. BX usually does a very good overview despite
Now
personal.
you hear it? Yo, fam, I dare somebody to say she not coming at me. How am I biased? When I said both of them are wrong, that's insane to me. You just want me to be 100% on one and act like the other person is perfect. No, nigga. No, you sound like the biased one. How the hell is the person that's saying both parties are wrong biased? That's crazy. That is insane. You literally just reacted to me calling the other person out to their face. And I'm being biased? Are you drunk? Somebody said, I think BXBeastBoy wanted all this to be Morbid's fault. Wow. Even though I clearly say in the video both of them are wrong. That's insane. Let's see if, I don't think she's going to play the ending. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Of course she's not going to play the ending where I say multiple times that both are wrong. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the passive aggressive bullshit I be talking about, bro. See what I'm saying? Like, that's some cornball shit right there. You literally just heard me call both of them out. And you still saying I'm biased? Like, that, you're a loser, right? I don't even, fuck being cordial. You're a loser. That's some loser ass shit.
We know you don't.
Come on, bro. That's what, just because you fucking say a few nice things don't mean I can't call out the bullshit, bro. Like, that's what she's doing. She's like fucking putting sprinkles on poop, nigga. How many times you gonna keep questioning my integrity for me to go, okay, now you coming at me? Like, come on, bro. I don't care if her fans is mad either. I don't give a fuck. Like, I call it how I see it. She's passive aggressive. She's weak as fuck. She's aggressive, way over aggressive for a woman. She's bugged the fuck out. Too masculine for no damn reason. What do you have to prove, Granny? What do you have to prove? Right? Like, you gonna keep questioning my integrity over and over and over. You hearting disgusting, shady comments at me, right? And maybe disgusting's a little over the top, but shady for sure. Right? Like, Kobo, that's the most passive aggressive shit in the world. Compliment me on one side, backhand me on the other side.
He has seen it biasly. I think if he understood and saw the whole, because he's usually not biased. BX usually does a very good overview despite personal feelings. But it's hard to do that, right?
Well, damn, I'm containing myself even right now from disrespecting her, bro. But she disrespected me multiple times. I did somebody say that she didn't. In fact, I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link. Tell me she's not disrespecting me multiple times in her reaction to me. Oh, he did so well. He did so well. He's biased. He's biased because he's not saying what I want. He's so biased. When meanwhile, you're the one sounding like you're going hard on one side specifically, even talking to me crazy with mad aggression. I'm the one that said both parties are wrong. And I'm biased because I said both parties were wrong. You sound retarded, bitch. Fuck this bitch. As far as I'm concerned, this bitch is a loser. Like, you're bitter because I don't want to talk to you, bitter bitch. Like, kind of shit is that? He's biased. No, bitch, the only one that sounds biased is you. How the fuck can you tell somebody that said both parties are wrong that they're biased? That sounds insane. Yeah, I think Morbid's a piece of shit. But I called out May, or how you pronounce it, my bad. No disrespect to you, homegirl. But I called out multiple times. The fuck are you talking about? I'm biased because I don't want to agree with you on certain thing? Bitch, shut up. Like, fuck this bitch. Because, yo, nigga, I was cordial the whole time. The whole time. Right? But this bitch is a loser. Corn boy, ain't no love over here. Fucking weak ass bitch. Right? Watch her. If she ever reacts to you, I'm like, look at him. He's so mad. He's triggered. He's so upset. Yes, yeah. I'm highly upset. Oh no. Whatever should I do? A loser that I don't give a fuck about is out here just being shady as hell because no one's gonna call him out. But me. Because they want a nut hug and be all over Morbid. Like, oh, please, let me sit on your lap, mommy. Can I, please? Is he gonna like pat your head and tell you you're a good girl? Huh? You gonna use that voice you love? Did you hear how mad she got when we said that he used a fake voice? Why are you so mad? We not allowed to. This bitch is a loser, bro. Play it, but we'll get canceled again. Do it. He's mad.
You're not giving me a chance.
I dare Granny to call in. I dare her. I dare her with her scared ass. I dare her. Call in right now while the memory is fresh too. Don't call in later on when I react to 1,000 other things and I gotta pull this shit back up. With your little shady ass. That's what these tubers be soft, bro. These tubers be soft. There's the link. Anybody want to smoke? Let's see what they called me in the comment section. They said I was what echo chamber. Yeah, let's hear the echo chamber. Pull up. Right, let's pull up. Let's hear the echo chamber. Let's see how the echo chamber sounds.
Not really. He met Beck, which I think he's still in love with Beck and tried to move on and it didn't work. And I think that the feelings are still there. Nobody feels tied to your private life, but you made it public. Therefore, you're no longer entitled to that privacy. Thank you. Thank you.
My advice to her at this point, I mean, she seems to be pretty headstrong and adamant in her handling of this. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily wrong. You know, I don't think people should have to forfeit the high road when they defend themselves, right? But if this is causing her emotional distress,
I don't think people should have to forfeit the high road when it comes to defending themselves. Okay.
So she's getting upset. My advice after dealing with this sort of a situation for a year, the only piece I found is when I took that
she's not
away from the person, right? When you just let things go.
You hear her? Everything she's saying in reaction is based off of personal. What?
And however you choose to do that is how you choose to do it. But I mean,
and Tiffany's way of doing that was to call that man and try to get, back in good with him. So stop it, Tiffany, because one of the reasons I stopped fucking with you is because you were privately poking, you were poking, then you were coming on to my audience.
I'm sorry, who's biased again? Guys, let me ask, because she likes to do this, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you think BXBeastBoy was being biased, even though I kept saying that both parties were wrong. And put a 2 in the chat if you think Granny over here, who keeps injecting her own personal beef with Tiff, tell me if you think she's being biased. Put a 2 in a live chat. Let's see what you guys think. I want to hear the audience opinion. Put it in the comment section too if you're listening to the replay.
And crying that you were a victim. You were emotionally playing people. Let's be honest here.
It depends. I think with someone like him, if he's going to drag you and damage your character.
She just literally called me biased as she sits here and is biased.
I think you have every right to clear your name. I don't think you should let it affect you emotionally, but then we have everyone doing this, like ganging up on you in some sense of a way, especially his fans that's not going to actually listen to everything in an unbiased way and give an opinion on what he did wrong and what she did wrong in a fair way. It can seem overwhelming to some degree, especially if you're not an actual content creator, right?
No. Welcome, Nature Love. Listen, May is pretty braggy that she now has her own community based off this situation. So she made herself a content creator. I tried talking to her woman to woman, creator to non-creator. I asked her if she knew what she was doing, if she knew what she was getting into, that she realized how horrible this community can be. And she didn't heed those warnings. She is a very headstrong woman that is determined to either get the internet to see it her way or join your enemies. So, I mean, come on.
That's completely overwhelming. I mean, like,
you can tell she's frustrated, for sure.
Yeah, and I understand her frustration. I mean, like, it's unfortunate that things get like this. It is the internet, I suppose. I don't think this should ever be okay. Like this video right now being played, I don't think anybody should be playing this. Again, I had a phone call recorded. It wasn't between me, but you can hear me in the background having one of those, 3 times in your life, outer body freakouts where you're just out of control and you're losing it, right? And
no, 3 times in your... Yes, the only thing that BX is biased about is just noisy neighbors. That's facts. Because they still bumping right now. I'm just hoping y'all can't hear it.
Your life.
That's facts, though. You ain't never lie.
And I do agree that the phone call that was placed out of hers was horrible.
That played over and over and over again and judged. And people use that as a point of reference to me.
They use that as a point of reference because you called your stepson the F word, a slur for gay men. You use the N word. You were saying a lot of horrific things, and then you threatened to unalive. That is why people use it as a point of reference. Although I haven't seen anybody use that in well over a year. So it's bizarre that it's being brought up. And not many people use that as a point of reference aside from one. So I don't understand that.
As to judge my character. And it was a completely total melt.
I didn't say you contacted anybody in my personal life. I said when your friends were digging.
You said the N-word. What's the N-word, Granny? What do you mean by the N-word? What's that? What's that? Nuggets? What's the N-word? New? What's the N-word? What's the N-word? I don't speak with it. What's the N-word? What's the N-word? Are you not? Oh wait, is Granny woke? Is Granny woke? Oh man, that would explain a lot. That would explain a lot. Whole lot, actually.
Into my personal life. You didn't see a problem with it. When did I call him and try to get back in with him? You guys made a little behind the scenes peace agreement. That's how that all ended. You did, Tiffany. And that phone call, yes, you did. And I will not play it, but yes, you did. That is one of the main points that people took from that phone call, as the horrific things that were being stated in the background.
In a situation where I didn't have control of my emotions. I was like a mess. I was a hot mess, and it was terrible, and that was exploited. And I don't think that these sorts of situations should be any type of, nobody should rely on them as
I can understand that. I think that the way I feel about that is once the original parties have put it out, it's fair game, especially when you have somebody like me. I'm the exact person you would want to review that stuff because I'm going to be fair, unbiased.
Okay, if you guys didn't make a behind the scenes peace agreement, I do apologize. I just know that is how it kind of ended. The back and forth ended there. It has to end somewhere. So wherever you ended it, fine. I'm just saying there are references here that it probably wasn't best to bring this up on the stream.
If you have different parties coming out here and exposing the information already at that point, but maybe both sides can be biased, I'm the exact person that's going to look at it and give an honest perspective, right? Especially if it's going to be done anyway. I would rather have somebody with my integrity do it. So when it comes to reacting to content, once it's out, it's fair game. Which is
Can I ask you, have you had a situation where you've communicated with the female before that you're not feeling it, you're not into it? Which is, I mean, we have a right to reject a relationship. And have you ever had them completely just have no?
Okay, I apologize if I'm wrong.
Like just not even acknowledge the fact or appreciate the fact or respect the fact that you're saying that you want this to end. Like,
I think that I've had it happen. Not to the extreme. Well, no, I've had someone do voodoo spells on me on YouTube. They never got to the point where they were in my house,
voodoo spells,
or even to where they would ever think that they could have a chance with me. Usually,
I also had somebody do voodoo spells on me. Oh, good old YouTube.
Was just a stalker, so I wouldn't think that that's compared to what you're saying. For someone that I actually showed interest in and then got to know them and changed my mind last minute, I'm able to convey my point a little bit less in a douchey way, to where both sides would be able to, I guess, part ways in a respectful manner. Like, if you ask me for any of my relationships, why did it end? I'm going to tell you because of me. I'm not going to drag any of my exes for what. I wasn't the man that I am today, so therefore it's my fault. A real man takes accountability. What he's doing is not real man behavior.
Do you think, given the climate of society today and the fact that there's a lot of situations that happen with women where they are empowered with very little evidence, without very little evidence or proof of their encounters with men, and where a situation might be presenting a problem in the future that of allegations or accusations or things where it might have been his best interest to record this interaction just in case.
See, and I agree with that. I do believe it was in his best interest, because look what she went on to do. And imagine if he didn't have this recording to back himself up on some things, right? I mean, she calls him a creep. Now he's a P word. Now he's a monster. He's all these things. So imagine if that recording wasn't there. Imagine what she'd be saying.
I didn't hear most of the stuff she saw.
Here's the thing. If you're comfortable enough to have somebody stay with you for a few weeks, then...
Well, can you admit that the Me Too movement has made people afraid? Absolutely.
It should never get to a point where you have to pull your phone out or a camera out in any way, shape, or form. If it
does escalate to that, can you understand why he might have felt this was necessary? I don't think it should have been put online again, but I
don't know if it was necessary yet, because she's crying on the couch. I don't think that's necessary yet. Like, my instinct when I invite someone into my home and I've had them living there for a while and I actually like them is to figure out what's wrong and maybe talk to them. Right? I would have had to sit down next to them and we would have had a heart to heart before I pulled my phone out and recorded.
We don't know that.
They did, BX. They did. They had that heart to heart earlier in the day where they decided she was going to leave and it wasn't working out anymore.
That didn't happen. I'm just being very objective and very logical here. Like, we don't know what we don't know.
Logically, I'm going based off evidence and what I've seen in his character, and this guy's a nasty piece of shit. And
if they had the heart to heart, then why did earlier you admitted that what she was doing was seeking attention when she said she wanted to leave? Did that mean that it wasn't an honest conversation from both parties completely, which means that they did not have a heart to heart discussion? So with that being said, they didn't relax. Cornball.
Like someone who would take actual accountability in any way, shape, or form. I don't think he's sitting down with her and having a conversation.
I don't know him at all. Yeah, I followed his channel years and years ago when he was doing like Karen commentary. Yeah, he was doing like Karen commentary, and then he disappeared. This was like 2016, a long time ago. And then this kind of
If you don't know who he is, he had multiple channels. He's literally banned on YouTube right now. What is he doing? Running from accountability. He came in to defend the Glimmer when I was smoking the Glimmer and proving a bunch of things that the Glimmer could not prove to be false. He came in and I asked him a bunch of hard-hitting questions. What he do? Run from accountability. This is what he does. This is his nature. This is who he is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's some bias going on. BX has some bias, and that's okay.
How?
This is his.
How? Where did I lie? Where did I lie, you stupid bitch? Yeah, I don't respect her anymore. Like, nigga, there was no respect when I went into this, but I was still being cordial. Where did I lie? How am I being biased if I'm telling the truth? So hold on. When you talk that way about Tiff, you're not being biased? But when I tell the truth about, and this is all facts, I'm not just making it up, about Morbid, I'm being biased? Yeah, you're a loser. Get that. You know, I ain't gonna even say what I was gonna say. If we was just on Rumble by itself, I would have. But you gotta stop necking that, man. Like, it's not good. Bad for business.
You know, his experience with Morbid, and maybe that did cloud his judgment. And it's easy when you see a woman upset being recorded by a man who's like kind of giddy about it. It's easy to go on the woman's side, right? Hence the Me Too movement and why he felt the need to record. Ironically,
Could be. I mean, could be.
He's not a real man.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. That's pretty consistent here on YouTube.
He couldn't even talk to me for 5 minutes just now. He kicked me off and ran behind a bunch of women.
Well, you did tell somebody on his channel to suck your dick. I mean, that was pretty
He was
rude.
being a bitch. I'm gonna be rude. I'm gonna just break it down like this. If I start off the entire conversation with, I don't want to come for that. I'm coming for me to be peaceful and have a calm conversation. And you say, I sound like I'm sexually fucking whatever. That's weird as fuck. And then I invite you again saying, hey, do y'all want to have that kind of conversation or do you want to have a serious conversation? And then y'all continue to come at me. And then you cut me off and tell me, let women talk. And what is that? I can't talk to my fucking man.
that is weird as fuck. I'm with BX. That's weird as fuck, right? I'm up here to have a serious conversation. You're making it not serious. You're taking it a different direction. Are we going to have this or not? Oh, Sandy, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay, hon. We'll send some thoughts your way. I'm sorry.
Okay for you to cut me off repeatedly and just keep saying the same thing over and over again. But when I disrespect you back, oh my, you should have said that was rude. Oh, I'm getting disrespect you multiple times with warning, and you respect me saying, hey, are you sure you want to do that multiple times? How dare you be BXBeastBoy, the person we know for roasting?
I didn't watch it, Dynamite. My experience with BX coming on panels, does he derail them sometimes? Yes, but he's usually very respectful, to be honest. So
I derail them. Whatever. At this point, we already know she biased. Her feelings is hurt.
I don't know. Hello, look outside.
How dare you?
Can I ask you?
That's insane.
Okay, so where do you originate from? Like, what was your point of origin here on YouTube? Like, what was your content base about?
My original content was music.
Music, okay.
I started off doing music. People asked me to do live streams, and I did live streams talking about my music. And then people would ask me my opinions on things. And because I'm two things, charismatic and extremely honest, it just started leading into drama and commentary, and I've just been doing that ever since.
So you never came from like the manosphere, like type of.
No, I'm a red pill person in real life, not the internet.
Okay.
I was a red pill.
So this is actually funny. This is where it gets pretty funny. And actually, this is where the chat starts kind of turning a little bit. I'm sorry to hear that, Tiffany.
The person that was reading the books, not YouTube. So all of this stuff that these guys are going over the top and taking Rolo like words and flipping it in another way.
So do you have a background in MGTOW or?
No, I'm in real life. Like real life reading books, going out on PUA, all the stuff before YouTube.
Okay.
So BX is actually what did he say? It's very interesting. He's a dominant. He's but I don't know why make.
So do you still have that same type of ideology? Like, do you still follow those types? Because I'm very anti-feminism. I'm very anti.
Extremely speaking on my BDSM, which I think that's what she probably talking about. Yeah, I'm a dominant. But sometimes I like to just roast people. Like, people think that when I do my little hey, you stupid bitch or something, that I'm like offended and it hurt. No, I'm just Garfield, and it's a character I do. I call more men bitches than anything. If you watch my content, like the Glimmer or Morbid or Save Robbie, especially Save Robbie. He one of the biggest bitches. Never mind.
The anti-feminist, but when I think that forums like Reddit and YouTube have taken it to the extreme sometimes. But I would say if you broke it down analytically, I'm maybe 80%.
Okay. Which
I'm not anti-feminist, anti-woke. I'm more red pill on the side of reality in all forms, not just dating. I'm on the government, anti-government, anti-big corporations, anti-big movie relationships, blue pill, betas, all that shit all in one.
Well, I mean, all those things have they all are manipulative, right? All those, but we need them. I mean, the fact of the matter is, realistically, we have to have some form of government. I'm totally against government overreach and everything, but without law and order or anything like that, we would all be a hot mess. So we can't even handle ourselves on YouTube, right? So, realistically, you know what I mean? Yeah. But is our government perfect? No. But we do need some, structure and law. I think, as far as all these groups.
Of course. I was trying to see if I could pull up the live chat, but you can't. But you can see the chat underneath. And anti-feminist, what the hell? Where do you think all your rights come from?
These little compartmentalized groups, I think those are just put in place to make us all feel so. ostracized from, generals.
Oh no, she's talking to well, that still sounds crazy, but I guess she's talking to
society that it's easy to control us, right? So if we feel like we don't fit in anywhere, then we have these little groups that come along and say, hey, you fit in with this little group and you need special privilege and special this and special that. All of a sudden you have massive groups of people who feel like they have agency all of a sudden.
If he becomes a priest, I'm scared, Jessel, because his commentary lately is very, very sexually gross.
And it's just fucking stupid, in my opinion. But so I don't know. All I know is I think there was probably a little bit of with her May's situation. I think sometimes when, and she's young, I'm a good probably 10 years older than her. I'm 43. And I think sometimes when we get older, and when you're in my advanced age, you realize that you don't ask questions that you don't want to hear the answer to. So, by her saying, should I take the earlier flight, and her giving the answer that she didn't want it because she was feeling insecure and it blew up, it went the wrong way for her.
I think you should ask the questions that you don't want the answer to and then deal with the answer.
Well, if you can't deal with the answer.
I think learning how to deal with the answer is the best solution to avoidance.
It is the best solution, but she clearly can't deal with it. That's just my opinion. Again, I don't fault her for,
Shit, I don't think he can deal with it either.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. We won't be able to give it an opinion on if she couldn't deal with it. We got to give it an opinion on if he could deal with it because he didn't handle it like a man. So I don't think he could deal with it either.
Goofy mustache? I don't know. His wiener talk is unhinged. There's extremes with every group. There's feminists, there's extreme feminists, there's extremities with every group, just like there's extremities with the manosphere. There's extremes on every side. It's insane.
I don't think he was equipped.
Maybe not. I mean, you seem to have a little bit of a bias. You have a history with the guy and you're kind of, you seem a little bit bitter towards him. So there's that too. I mean,
no, I'm just honest. It's not really bitter. Like, I'm not bitter towards anyone. Like, to be honest, I haven't talked about this guy in months. I stopped talking about them. There is no bitterness. I think that you have this habit. What I'm noticing in this conversation, you assume the worst about people's, like, not perspectives, but more so what their reasoning is.
No, it's not.
You might not have watched my content for that long. Have you?
No, I've never watched your content. I haven't watched it at all. I just kind of, I've removed myself from YouTube pretty much altogether. And
I can understand that.
Yeah.
But if you watch my content, you would know that my style of content is extreme honesty. If I was bitter to him, I wouldn't have given her any criticism whatsoever, wouldn't I?
Amen.
She was 100% right, and he was wrong. But right now, I'm telling you that both of them were wrong in certain parts. I told her multiple times she should have left sooner. As soon as he said he was uncomfortable, she should have just left. I was just saying she probably shouldn't have went over in the first place. There's a bunch of criticism I'm giving, so it's not just bitterness. Right? I'm not bitter at all.
Okay, so how am I being biased again? How am I being biased again, guys? just want to make sure, right? Because Granny said I was being biased because I disagreed with her at one point. But how was I being biased again when I'm giving both people criticism?
Care about any of these people that I'm roasting in any way, shape, or form. They don't pay my light bills.
They shouldn't either, because you can just click a button and they all disappear, right? Like, you can turn the shit off and they're gone. Like, this shouldn't have, these things shouldn't have that much weight in our real lives. And that's, I think, what happens is people use this as an escape room, and it becomes very, important to them because they choose the escape room, way too much over their real lives. Because we all avoid things, but I don't know. But I agree with you. I think they're both kind of at fault here. I just think it's unfortunate that this traumatic moment that's on screen keeps having to be relived over and over, even if it's
in fact, that it's better that it gets relived so we don't have to hide in our room and run from reality. This is the real world. There's way more uncomfortable stuff being shared. Could you imagine something that...
The thing is, she wants this to be shared. Oh, and I tried warning her. Absolutely. Starting to eat your heart out and see who's listening. Oh, BX has that. I'm nervous about what I'm saying, but trying to sound confident, shaky voice. You think so generally? I don't know. I never see the man side, but I'm a more side.
What? Who said that dumbass shit? Did she put the? She didn't put it on the screen.
Starting to eat your heart out and see who's listening. BX has that. I'm nervous about what I'm saying, but trying to sound confident, shaky voice. You think so generally? I don't know.
Okay.
I never take a man's side, but I'm a more side this time. She completely blew all of that out of proportion. I've been in this situation. I left and let it go. This is weird. Simply
that was actually like worse, like maybe something personal, or maybe some like information. Let
me ask you this. Have you had a very traumatic situation in your life? Have you had trauma? Things that have, all of us have, right? I just know that when I've had severe trauma, I've had a moment of a point in my life where I've been deeply hurt and I've been deeply injured emotionally. The last thing I would want to do is parade it around as some sort of testament to my innocence in the situation. You face these things, you deal with them, and then you put them away.
It's kind of ironic, don't you think? Just a little ironic. Lighting their way home, it never works out. It always becomes content, always becomes fodder, always.
Well, you're not parading around, or you wouldn't be parading around. Other people would be, and you have no control over what they do. As far as if they should have put it out in the first place, that's already a bridge that was crossed. Once that's crossed,
I don't think
it don't matter. It shouldn't have been 100%, but now that it is, it is. That's the world. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is.
That's true. Okay, well, listen, I'll hop you on the I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation or bits around. I was just curious, like what the thing that happened that made it get to this point, because I just hadn't seen any type of explanation given as to what, because again, I was in a relationship with him and it ended that way. I mean, it was gross. Everybody's kind of moved on finally, I think, but it was just a very bad year of, this could.
And it was bad. It was great. I mean, it was gross, and everybody has moved on, which you would think you wouldn't want to bring it back up, but stop, collaborate, and listen. Granny's here with a whole new edition.
type of dialogue with people I didn't even know. And so I can empathize with her on that. But, you know, again, my advice to her is
Wait.
Yay, welcome. Thank you, Lightning Their Way. Welcome to the MFers. Trigger was your lady just starts spazzing out repeatedly, spazzing.
Does she want it?
I don't care if she wants it. I'm just going to give it because it'll ring true. I'm still going to give it because it'll ring true to her one day.
That's crazy. I don't know about that. That sounds a little bit more.
Well, she's not here to answer whether she wants my advice or not. So I'm just going to give it anyways.
Anyway,
I'm just going to give it anyway. The person who wins, right? The person who wins this war, this fight that she has going on with whoever, you know, him, all his subs, whatever it is the one who walks away. You tell your truth and you walk away. That's who wins. Whoever spends the last time of this nonsense and giving this, you know, more energy in the universe, the one who walks is the one who wins. That's my opinion.
I'm going to give my opinion and my advice, and I don't want you to take this offensive.
No, that's
dumbest advice.
Well, I mean,
win what? It's not a competition. There's no winning.
It is a competition because if it wasn't, she would tell her story one time and that would be it, right? No. She clearly has the need for validation. She's desperately looking for validation for her behavior.
What about Morbid, the YouTuber that posted in the first place? Does he desperately need validation?
See, BX isn't aware that she actually brought this all to YouTube first. Fair enough.
From what I've been told, and apparently there's receipts, he actually did. Right? If I'm not mistaken. But if I am, well, so it's all good. I'll make the correction.
Duncan Felony says, well, first off, this is true. Who travels across America with no money and credit cards? Oh, she wasn't going to buy souvenirs? Oh, Morbid was her souvenir. If you were so humiliated, then why come back to YouTube and comment on a similar situation? Obviously, everyone will explain who you are to people like me. I love when a chat just gets it. Amen.
Well, I mean, I think he was looking for validation. Yeah, obviously he was. I believe the first time he showed
give him some unsolicited advice that he didn't ask for.
My advice to him would be to not make this into content anymore. I haven't been seeing him talking about this, so it seems to have gone to bed. Now, my other advice to him would be to let it be. It's over. Move on. Don't contact people's children's fathers. Don't contact ex-boyfriends. You know.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing out of this whole bunch.
Yeah, mine too. That's fucked up. You don't do that shit.
All right, it's about to go left very quickly.
You've known this girl for 3 months. You don't have the beginning iota of a clue what kind of a mother she is. Don't do that. That's fucked. Right. That to me takes any valid point he may have had about her and throws it out the fucking window. Honestly, you don't do that shit. You don't contact real life like that. It's done. Move on. That's my advice to him. You know, but he seems to not be talking about it anymore.
Right. They say, and he sounds like he wants to be confident, but he's shaky. About who? Who am I shaky for? Ain't not a single person on YouTube scare me. They run from me, guys. Shaky. Okay.
So,
the audience has a few opinions. This chick is projecting. She has a personal bias.
Who, me?
Morbid's reputation precedes him. Yeah.
How do I have a bias?
To be fair or honest, I should say, it does seem like you're leaning more towards anti the woman in the situation.
I mean,
it's only because you're directing a lot of things towards it, which is why I keep saying, what about him? Is it equal? Give him something nice too. Because I know for damn sure they're both wrong in this scenario.
Yeah, I think they're both wrong. I think they're both wrong. I just, I guess it's not me being biased. I guess it's more of me.
Oh, another super sticker. Thank you so much. Tiffany's the biggest joke on YouTube. Well, thank you.
Being frustrated, seeing somebody in a situation I was in, wishing I had handled it differently and I didn't, and seeing her kind of in that place. You know what I mean?
Well, at least Tiffany's admitting that she should have handled it differently and didn't. Give her that, give her that. Morbid's wows. I mean, BX's wows everything here, though.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
I think that's 100% projecting, especially when you gave the advice. And I was like, are you sure you want to do that? That's no, I would give it anyway.
Don't make the mistakes I've made.
I understand, I did it. But see, you understand, I guess, as just us as people, sometimes that can only work in the worst ways. I know for me, when I was younger, man, like, when I was...
Oh my goodness, thank you, Killshot. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Let's see who gets it. Kareem, yay! You're now a member. I love it. Thank you.
That's good.
Now your legend will continue to live on these YouTube streets. Always.
Well, let me read this. He did the same thing that he did to the Glitter and others. Doesn't matter if the people he did it to are not well liked for things they did or didn't do. No one deserves what Morbid does to them. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Always.
Someone told me to do something, I did the opposite. It was like a little anarchist in me. Right? I could not be told what to do about 30, even if it was probably the best thing. Right? Sometimes you got to like maybe exactly. If it's unsolicited, if someone doesn't ask for the blatant advice and it's not like your job or like you're like reviewing someone or you're a content creator, then you got to be careful with that. I know for me, people in my comment section give me advice all the time and they sound dumb as fuck. People sound stupid.
But sometimes those people sounded dumb as fuck, then you down the line realize they were spot on.
That's not their fucking concern though. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I might have the right information. Should I go to a doctor and tell him, hey, that scalpel, my nigga, move to the side? Even if I'm right, who the fuck am I to go into a doctor's office and tell the doctor what to do with his scalpel? Unsolicited.
This is where it's going to turn left, and it's going to turn left quickly. You
didn't ask for my fucking professional opinion. This is a professional thing.
Air Force.
Give their opinions.
But my personal opinion from being in a situation like this is, I mean, there's nothing for her to gain to keep this going like this. There's just nothing.
Thank you so much, Air Force. You're amazing. Thank you.
I just don't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe her experience is different than mine, but I'm just saying from my personal experience, she's just vlogging herself on the internet every day. And she's bringing this up.
Because shit, what I see, somebody that built a whole.
Oh, Kareem, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Telling her side. Is that right or wrong? No, but you can't say she didn't accomplish anything.
Yeah, maybe she had made.
I thought you were already a member. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome to the Melons. You're awesome. Thank you. All right. It's YouTube. That's all we are here to do is share our opinions. I agree. This guy's a good match with Noodles. All right. Here we come.
Maybe she has something to gain. I don't know. But anyways, okay. I'm projecting. Why can't I see the chat in StreamYards on my end?
Who's a good match for Noodles?
So thank you. This guy's a good match with Noodles.
Who the hell is Noodles?
All right. Here we come.
Maybe she has something to gain. I don't know. But anyways, okay. I'm projecting. Why can't I see the chat in StreamYards on my end?
You might have to click on it. Has private, and then you have a button next to it, and then click on that, and it allows you to see a public chat.
You don't want to see the chat.
Private, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see that. I don't know.
It's weird.
Better that you don't see it.
So a few people say you're projecting, and I did get you kept injecting your personal experience into it. Onto someone else. It kind of like I can understand why she felt frustrated. I still wouldn't have, handled it, but at the point when she has all that other stuff, it's on a very frustrated with someone telling you, no, you don't live your life. Do it the way I want you.
No, that might be true. I mean, honestly, I don't know. How old are you? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, now we're asking the age. Air Force, thank you so much. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate the super stickers today. Thank you. Every penny counts with the holidays coming up, as I'm sure we're all aware. Words hurt. It used to be a saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Wrong. You can heal from wounds. You cannot heal from bad words. Words do hurt. Sometimes emotional abuse is just as bad as physical. Sometimes. Don't attack me. Sometimes. All right, let's go.
Early 30s.
Early 30s. Okay, so you're young too. I mean, I don't know. Anything I'm going to say from this point on is going to be very nice.
Well, you're like diminishing their experiences simply because they're young. I mean, come on. Is it your birthday, Gladys? Happy birthday if it is. If not, happy birthday to whatever birthday you are celebrating.
You can do it. No. Why wouldn't
her behavior is a little bit crazy. I mean, I don't know. Again, like I said, I see my 20-year-old self desperately trying to hang on to somebody who's saying, I don't want you around me. And when you do that, you have to understand that a person's personal boundaries that they are expressing to you, when you're not respecting those, it's going to get heated. They're going to get pissed. When you don't want somebody around you and they express that to you and you still stay, what do you expect, man?
When someone is like, I guess from what I've seen, and I don't want to assume what she even said, when she started even hyperventilating and having a panic attack, what do you expect someone to do in the middle of that?
Okay, but I understand that. But a person's, how long do you coddle that behavior when it's, how long should he have put up with that? Here's my question. How long should he have accommodated her emotional breakdown here?
I agree with that because from what we understand, she's had an emotional breakdown several times while there. And this one happened to last for hours. I agree with Tiffany here. Shocking, I know.
How long was the breakdown? Was it just in this video or was it the entire week? Because if it just started in this,
you didn't know that she had emotional breakdowns before you decided to have her come over and stay with you for a few weeks? Come on, bro. Where's the accountability? Where's the accountability?
When you ask me in the moment, how long should he have dealt with it before recording or while recording?
Well, he showed a video. Again, I don't think he should have shown that was about 8 hours prior to this where she was crying like this. And then he showed this video, which was, like I said, I think the app started at 2 PM, he said, and then this is like 11 PM at night.
That would depend on the conversation that they had prior.
Exactly. And that's what we don't know. And that's why I don't understand.
Wait, hold on. When I asked man if she was the one that Glitter sent the picture to, she said no. Am I tripping?
She released text messages as if they like texting back and forth. I think she released text messages of her like she was like. But either way, I think that if I was in that situation, I don't think we ever got to this point.
Would you encourage? She tattooed his name on her arm before she. I mean,
I won't look at chat if I'm on panel because usually your haters will show up where you're at and they will just get you aggravated. So I tend not to look at the chat. Abusive words can last a lifetime. I agree. Hey, Savannah. All right. It's coming, guys. The moment is coming.
These are all little bitty red flags that I'm seeing.
I can understand that, but also I think that he probably saw the flags and leaned into it. We don't know what the hell, but we know a little bit of what he was saying beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell you just get out of a relationship that you so close say is extremely crazy and she was our stalker, and then get back into one and you expect to assume that it's the same thing. All of these people are just crazy. You're not doing nothing wrong and you have a history of doing foul, disgusting things.
Queen Yaya, thank you so much. Thank you for being here for my coverage. Thank you. I appreciate this.
Even before well, let's get into it. Let's start off with first.
Yo, fam, I got to get used to that. Yo, fam. And it's not a problem. What I'm saying is getting used to is people saying thanks to the coverage. People are reacting to me. I got to get used to that. And it's not a bad thing, right? Because shit, I do reactions too. And I'm sure people are like, hey, thank you for the coverage when I'm reacting to something. But when I'm the subject matter in any way, shape, or form, and people are like, yo, you killing this coverage. It's like, okay, all right, that's different. Right? That was different. I guess it's because I don't see myself as like something to get covered, I guess, right? You know what I mean? But it's okay, right? I don't have any issues with it or problems. That it would be real like hypocritical of me to have issues as well as just idiotic, right? Because I do reactions to my damn self. And personally, if it's in fair use, I don't care if he reacts to me. But still, it's like more so like imagine being like a musician, right? And then like you see people doing cover songs, and then you see people say, "Yo, you killed that BXBeastBoy song." You're like, "Oh shit." I'm just not used to seeing things like that. I guess at this point, but that's just me, just being not really actively watching other people's shit, unless I'm doing a reaction. I'm sure other people have reacted to me and gotten the same thing.
Did he do something nasty to her by contacting her family members?
Yeah, that is not okay. That is
You know that wasn't the first time that he's done something like that?
No, he did not do it first by contacting her family members. Matter of fact, she brought her family members into it, but she first doxed his family members. That came first. You got two people up here that, Tiffany, who's claiming to know all about the situation, but really doesn't, quite frankly, obviously, or you would have known that answer. But then again, you've been off YouTube, so how would you know any of it, And then you got BX, who does have situational bias. He is biased against Morbid, so he doesn't want to see it that way.
Within a relationship.
Eat a dick. No, I'm not biased towards anybody. Do I think Morbid's a piece of crap? Sure. But just because someone messes up or makes certain mistakes does not mean that that's the case every time. How the hell is that? She is saying this as I'm blatantly saying that both parties are wrong in this situation. Right? She's talking out her ass. I'm starting to think that she doesn't have the intelligence that she wants to portray. I really feel that way. Either that or she's blatantly ignoring my actual words and hearing whatever she wants to hear. Because I don't know how you can say I'm being biased if I'm calling out both sides. That makes no sense to me. I'm the only one in this entire conversation, whether it's the people that's being reacted to or the reactor who's not being biased.
Shepard with people online.
Both.
This is sped up, by the way.
That's kind of a normal thing. Did you know that he doxed his own children?
I didn't know that.
One of the reasons? Because he wanted to be the victim. Because if people see him as the victim, then he would have been able to win the back and forth between him and another YouTuber by saying that they doxed his children, when really he was the one that doxed them.
Well, how do we not know that's what May just said when she said her kids' names were doxed? How do we know she didn't do that, right? Weird people do.
Wait, whoa. Sounds like you're a little biased. Why'd you just jump to May right now? That sounds like you got a bias, man. Like, that's weird. Why are you defending this guy so hard?
Weird things.
BXBeastBoy Morbid and Plethora pop up interviews with people that he's tried to destroy because they expose his information. And
Did he admit to this? Did he say yes?
Yes, 100%. Wouldn't even take me that long to find right now. Like, yeah. Everything I say. Like, and on this other stream with him too, by the way, they just lied and said, say Robbie didn't dox me. And I have the literal video of him doxing me on my channel.
Here it comes. Here it comes. You guys ready? Drop some popcorn. Maybe a one if it's easier in the chat. Let me know you're ready. Because this is where it gets real amped up. Everybody awake? We still here? Let's go. Interact. Let's see it. All right. We got some tea. We are ready. I am not ready, but you're ready. Oh, I like the ones that are ready. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's hear it. This is going to get wild. All right, here we go. Tiffany is a so-called friend, as friendly as YouTubers can be. Actual enemies, now friends with Robbie. She doesn't know the history. She doesn't know that BX is telling the truth here. So she's going to defend it, and it's going to piss BX off because he's not lying.
So
I'm good friends with Robbie. I mean, why?
Being honest.
Because I made a video saying that he was lying to his audience and he was drunk when he's saying that he didn't. And he called into my stream and doxed me out of nowhere. And then the next time he comes to my stream, he threatened me to get naked. Well, he's going to do it again. And then
to get naked?
Oh, this is fact.
He did. He blackmailed BX. He did. This all does happen. This absolutely does take place.
And it's crazy. That's what really sucks about that is people never take that seriously. It's all a fucking joke. It's all laughing games. Nothing happened. There was no consequences. People laugh at me. They still make fun of me to this day because of it. And meanwhile, if I was a woman and this happened to me, nigga, you would never have not heard about that. For someone to be able to try to blackmail you to send photos that are just not appropriate, that's fucked up, bro. But no one cares, right? I'm just a man complaining. I have all the clips of that as well.
Okay, so why would you question his? Okay, let me ask you this: why would you question his sobriety?
Why would I question sobriety? Oh, this is the crazy thing. Because he did a live stream where he was belligerent and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Guess what happened?
Was it directed towards you?
No, but this is the best.
Okay, so why do you care? No. This is where things get frustrating. Why is it your business if he's fucking sober or not?
Why is it Robbie's business if people are sober or not? Why is it that Robbie's allowed to question other people's sobriety and other people's recovery, but nobody can question his? No, he does dox. He did dox him. Rather the address was fake or not in a copyright, he thought it to be real.
Oh, these motherfuckers, I ain't even gonna reply to that. Like, anyone who says stupid shit like that is a Save Robbie fan that just listens to whatever he says. This guy's a bozo. John Crimes already came out and exposed him detail, line for line, right, about this exact incident. In fact, when it happened, when most of the Save Robbie things happened, the only person that really did defend me, to my knowledge, was John Crimes. Actually, off the top I could think of, it was John Crimes.
He played
Everybody else
actually.
He talked.
I just want to know what's your business if he's sober or not.
I was asked if he was sober or not because this was a big thing. And whether he was sober or not didn't fucking matter.
Actually, I recall you, Tiffany, writing in a comment box questioning my sobriety. So it's funny how situational outrage, right? How dare you question my friend Robbie's sobriety as Robbie and I question other people's?
If one thing saying, yeah, I don't think he's sober in this video where he's going crazy and belligerent. And whether or not it was my fucking business, what is it your fucking business to call in and speak on someone else's personal relationship? You gave your opinion, all right? But you're sitting there acting all dumbfounded and offended.
I think she's a crazy bitch, and I think that she didn't take the fucking. I didn't think she took the fucking time to leave, and I think she's going around with her sob story, explaining herself, and she needs to stop. She's a mother of young children. Her children's fathers are being contacted. Fucking be a mother and get it fucking out.
I agree with everything she just said there. Although I may not like her, I agree with what she said there.
But I think you want my honest real opinion. You want to be red pilled? That's what I think, bro. Okay, that's what I fucking think.
Look at that. You want to be red pilled, bro?
You want to protect your children. You want to protect yourself in your fucking dignity. Okay, so he doxed you how? What did he do? He said your name.
If you want to protect your children and your dignity, I guess maybe you reflect on your own situation and now you're giving that advice.
He said your name. Are you going to tell me to suck your dick now?
Yeah, wow, that's hilarious.
How did he dox you?
You was definitely a loser. This conversation is done. She sat here and judged this woman OD.
I think she is a manifestor of her own fucking destiny. Okay, you can't.
If somebody is known doxer, then it would be clever not to give your actual address to them. That's fact.
I will keep poking the fucking bear. That's what I think.
She's not even listening to me. We gotta be able to respect each other, go back and forth.
Okay, how did Robbie dox you?
All right. How many fucking times you ask the same question?
I answered.
I answered. You want to ask again? Like,
I can hear you.
Name, address. You want to ask me again?
How did he do it? Did he post it? Did he say it out loud? Was it?
Whoa. Okay. You want me to tell you the whole thing again? Because when you start screaming, I was telling you from beginning to end how he came and doxed me, but she was so emotional. Like the same advice that you're giving this woman, you might need to follow through. You might need to chill out, man. That looked crazy. The audience already sees it. Like, we knew it. We knew she was a body's crazy person. She's defending Save Robbie doxing someone, even though it was blatant. That's crazy.
I haven't seen proof of this. Am I just supposed to have confirmation bias like everybody else and believe that you say things that are true that I haven't seen? Is that what's supposed to happen here? Is just an echo chamber? So you say something, I'm automatically supposed to just believe you. Is that how we should operate? Is that responsible?
You even have to say nothing else. I can just pull it up. The thing is,
she has a point there, but BX already offered to pull it up. So here he is offering to anyone you were safe, right? That's facts. I mean, people digging through people's Facebooks, yet crying that they're being doxxed, but going through people's Facebooks for a recliner pig to handle people's personal photos. So once again, you, ma'am, who try to say that I dig into people and I go real life, you sure as had no problem doing it for somebody else and embarrassing Misfit Jenny through her Facebook, right? Yeah, scumbag.
I said, how are you going to you could say, hey, show me the clip. I said, I had the clip most.
Why are you trying to patronize me right now?
Because you patronize me and I match energy.
I didn't hear your explanation of how he doxed you.
There's no way. Host, man. My bad, guys. That was a mistake on my part. I'm going to have to edit that out. Crazy. My bad. How long was that out? Like a few minutes? Yo. That's crazy. I had technical difficulties. Sorry about that, guys. Let me check. I hope it wasn't too long that it was like that. Let me just check real quick. What was it, about 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. I'll just take responsibility. How long was it? I'm checking it right now to see if it was like a long period of time. Yeah, it says it was about, damn, was it really that long? Oh, snap. My bad. I'm gonna have to really edit that out eventually. But sorry about that, man. Even I mess up sometimes. I take full responsibility. Technical difficulties. But yeah, fam. When it comes to the Save Robbie thing, yes, he did dox me. Long story short, right? Let me just explain this to you. Save Robbie doxed me because I told him, or not even him, just the audience. One day while I was doing a live stream, they asked me, hey, what do you think about this? Show me a clip of Save Robbie going crazy, saying that he wasn't drunk, and I could tell that he was. So I said, "Oh yeah, he's drunk," and he didn't like that. He came on my stream, doxed me. How he was able to take my dox is by copyright striking that video using the information. Once he got the information, he did a bunch of background searches or whatever apps and websites he uses. He took that information and gave it to Molly Golightly, or sent it to Molly Golightly, the Glimmer, and a few other people. I think Annie from Tenant Life was in that group. A few people within the crime and true crime community was in that private group with Molly Golightly. Bullhorn, Betty, a bunch of people. He sends them my personal information. Molly Golightly leaves the group because she felt uncomfortable after my information was shared, contacts me, sends me audio of and screenshots of Save Robbie doxing me and pretty much admitting to doxing me and asking for help to research and look into my criminal history and all this other stuff. Sends that information to the Glare. The Glare goes out, looks up my stuff, finds that I have one incident with the police when I was young, and the incident looks like I'm a fucking superhero. So instead of telling people what it was actually for, he just takes a picture of my mugshot, shares it, and says, "This is your hero. This is the guy that you all like think is funny," and kind of indicating that I'm horrible. I come out and explain the story. Pretty much was when I was like a teenager. I went to a store, tried to buy something, and I hate telling the story because it sounds a little woke, but it's the truth of what happened. I went to a store, tried to buy something. They told me my money wasn't good. I ended up in an argument with the guy that worked at the store. Someone comes out the back room and punches me in the back of the head. I black out. When I come to, both guys are on the floor. Police come. The police check the footage. They see that these guys punched me in the back of the head, and they let me go. These guys still went out their way to press criminal charges after the fact. I take it to court. I win. I beat the case. And the rest is history. My lawyer was actually mad. He said that I should have came to him sooner. We could have made a whole lot of money suing the establishment. But I just wanted to be done with it, to be honest. But either way, the Glare takes that, doesn't even tell the story, takes my mugshot and makes it seem like I'm some horrible supervillain, right? Like all of this stems from Save Robbie. Save Robbie takes my personal information again, calls my building and tries to get me kicked out of my apartment complex. Like this is a whole bunch of stuff that Save Robbie and all his crime people did. And it's crazy that the person that sends me the proof and lets me know all of this was happening so I could get a heads up was Molly Golightly. John Crimes also received the information. I sent him the receipts, and then he did a whole live stream that's still up to this day where he's ripping Save Robbie to shreds. I think he did 2 live streams with the receipts and proof saying, yo, blah, 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 this is what Save Robbie did. This is how he did this. And actually, this might even be illegal. So, but yeah, that's the whole doxing story of me and Save Robbie.
Don't worry, I'm just going to just give me a second.
You're very hypocritical.
No, I would say that you are. Actually, the audience is really like seeing it.
Of course, your audience is going to agree. Of course, your audience is going to agree with you. I wouldn't expect anything differently. I wouldn't expect your 5 supporters in your chat right now to think anything else.
Oh my gosh, are you retarded? Miss, are you not able to hear me? Because you're talking over me constantly, and it's really disrespectful. Are you here because you're not about this clip?
The like button, guys.
Oh, I'm waiting.
All right, let's pull it up. We're watching it full. Let's see if I'm doing this. Glare called you out, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, it's the wrong one. You scroll down. There you go.
Oh yeah, let me add that too as well. The Glare also took my information and passed it to Morbid, and Morbid did a live stream where he admitted that he has my personal information now. I'm pretty sure that I have that archived as well on my BXBeastBoy Extra channel. Just if you put my name in any of these people using and go through my channel, it's like a whole archive of like a whole bunch of receipts for nasty shit that they've done. But yes, the Morbid admitted to, Morbid admitted to having my information and receiving it from the Glare. They pass my docs around like that shit.
Slow down.
I own your ass, bitch.
What you gonna do? No.
Oh, I'm gonna strike your channel. I'm gonna strike your fucking channel, bitch.
You lost before,
Because
though.
bitch, guess what?
You lost last time you did that.
Continuously direct your content harassing somebody, you're gonna get your channel taken down.
It's not a fun. I'm not definitely.
Guess what, bitch?
Wait, you did a video about me. What was that? What was that? Was that about you using me for content? Did I strike that video?
Right now, you're using me for content.
So you're doing the same thing.
You're doing your own fucking audience because you're a fat motherfucker.
Can I just tell everybody I'm so grateful I no longer act like this on panels ever. Like looking back at previous behaviors, and I am so thankful I've moved on from this immature part of my YouTube experience where like you scream over each other on a panel, because it doesn't work. Nobody hears a word and you just end up not being heard, and it is a waste of breath. But that is what we're
it's just entertainment. When I press the Garfield button, that you guys are going to see. I'll take my little picture down off the screen once I do press it. That just means it's entertainment mode. There is no conversation to be had. In fact, I actually say it before I press the button.
You're watching here.
Shut the fuck up, you fat piece of shit, and let me talk.
No, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Hey, yo, you know how she was giving that woman a bunch of criticism? I wonder if she's gonna say the same thing to her friend that's working out.
No one talks about me all the fucking time.
Why are you even talking like this?
Bitch, you're putting ads on my face right now. So we're building that you fucking live in, that you lied to YouTube about me. You're not supposed to make more than $21,000 a month with your fucking.
Ooh, he started going real big. Hold on, let me get into it. He's talking about my address.
About me. You're not supposed to make more than 21.
He also went on to profile BX as because he's a black man, he must live in the ghetto and be on public assistance.
I'm not woke and I hate saying shit like that, but that's a fact. Yeah. With your little ghetto music and your little ghetto headphones in the projects on fucking government assistance that I paid for. I'm like, what is he talking about? Does this dude even watch my content? I was like, most of the time I listen to NSYNC. Is NSYNC ghetto? Don't you ever talk about JT and JC and Pineapple Head and Joey and Lance. Yes, I still call this nigga Pineapple Head. That's what I've been calling since I was a little kid. I know all the members of NSYNC's names except for Pineapple Head. I think it's Chris. Shout outs to him. But is NSYNC ghetto music now? So I did think that was odd when he said it, but I'm not like woke, so I didn't want to cause too much attention to it. A lot of people do things like that, like they'll call me boy in a certain way, and they're doing it on some like gaming lobby internet. I'm gonna troll you and try to trigger you. They don't realize that that does nothing. You could call me the N-word and I'll laugh. In fact, Morbid has called me the N-word, I would say 57 times. Yes, I was maybe even more. But Morbid, I can play clips of that too, which is funny. I laughed. But Morbid has called me the N-word like about maybe 56, 57 times. I could play you the audio of that. Right? No big deal. It's just words, bro. People be getting triggered over the dumbest things. It's just words.
$1,000 a month with your fucking address.
You know nothing about what you're talking about at all. And that does nothing. I'm still going to give criticism.
And I'm still going to strike you.
That's good. I'm pretty sure I bleep this out so I don't dox myself again. But you're going to hear it right here.
All your fucking apartment complex. I don't know. Write the fuck down for your content. And I'm going to fuck your life up, bitch.
I'm going to call your apartment complex, which I believe, if I'm correct, BX shows proof that tried to happen. I'm not too sure. I do remember all this, but very,
No, that's facts.
It was a lot. All this insult, right? And a lot of us are poor. So what?
They laughed
poor
at
folks'
him.
lives matter too.
Yeah, I'm broke as hell. But yeah, he did that and they did laugh at him, right? And told me. So it's all good.
Fucking company, and I'm going to fucking destroy you, bitch. I'm going to fucking destroy you.
No one's afraid of you.
I'm your fat fucking ass.
You're way over
Have another Cheeto Pop, you fat piece of shit. Have another Cheeto Pop, you piece of shit.
That's an intimidation.
Have another Cheeto Puff. Why? Because he's a black man? Cheeto Puffs? Yeah, this is very, just listen, you'll hear it.
I think that was more towards me being overweight. At this time, I was 100 pounds heavier than I am now. I lost over 120 pounds. But he's making a bunch of fat jokes, I guess. I would say that's more about fat, like not black, but that's more of a fat joke.
Right.
And yeah, he talks about me being poor and all that stuff. He says a lot of things I was put in the prejudice category more so than anything. All right.
It's working. Oh no, it's working, Robbie. Oh. Come on, keep going. What else do you have to say, sir?
First of all, I'm not going to sit here and listen to you.
Yes, you are. Shut up.
First of all, admit that I fucking know.
No, who cares? I'm big second. Nobody cares, Robbie.
Yeah, you're lying.
What about
you? Just fucking lied to your audience. You just fucking lied to your audience.
So I did it.
What else did I email you?
What else do you have to say, dumb? 100% I showed it in the video too. So what you want?
Well, you just lied about that.
Are you making me now? Right now.
No, I'm not lying. Right now, you fat motherfucker. Are you sitting on a bag of fucking Cheetos? You're right in your fucking channel right the fuck now.
Congratulations. Thank you. I'm still trying to lose like 20 to 30 more. I'm trying to lose like 20 to 30 more. I just feel like I want to get to a certain weight and then I want to start lifting weights a little bit more. But thank you. I appreciate that.
I bleeped out the portion he said.
Now, I will say that BX and Robbie have had an ongoing spiel.
Yeah, I ain't know Cheeto Puffs is a black thing. I do know that it's like a internet thing for people to say that hot Cheetos is supposed to be a black thing. Hot Cheetos is 100% supposed to be like a black Twitter, black Instagram thing. Right? I don't get it. I used to like hot Cheetos. It messes my stomach up, so I can't. I'm at that age. But yeah, hot Cheetos is something that I've heard. But Cheeto Puffs, I just think he was trying to just say I was fat.
Spiel.
That's all. At this point, you're gonna hear me tell her I bleeped out him saying my name and address because I don't want to dox myself again.
I bleeped out the portion where he said my address and my full name. The thing that he was also going to admit to how he got the information. He got the information in a paper. You can that is hearing him. So I guess the only way to prove who the real liar is to see who gets shut down first.
That's that I lost the whole person. Nah, that's fact. Sometimes that's what it feels like. Man, you know how good it felt to be able to run and catch a bus. I always could, but I would be tired as hell. I was like a kung fu panda my whole life, right? Athletic as hell, but big. No lie, I used to be doing backflips and all that when I was like in junior high school. Super athletic, just always had like a belly. But since I've lost like a lot of weight, I feel like I'm able to do a lot of things that I couldn't have done, right? A little bit more my gas tank and me running around, and right, I'm way more active, right? I'm always like doing my boxing thing. I would love to get a YouTube boxing match. Morbid hit me up, all right? Him and the Glitter saying that they wanted to work out a deal for me to box the Glitter in a YouTube boxing match. This is what they asked me for. I said, does it pay? They said, yeah. I said, I'll sign today. They never hit me back. This was months ago. Before they had a fallout, they never hit me back. I told you it was going to happen. The Gliver's a punk. He was just capping, bro. He was just capping. Come on, man. He knew what it was.
So Sam Robbie, the same guy that false copyright strike me multiple times. After he lost, he had to dox me because he wanted, because I was talking crap.
The Cheeto comment on his own, no, you're right. Just the Cheeto comment on his own. But if you hear all of the other stuff put together, you can pick up on what he was saying. It's not just that. He added a bunch of insults to try to go at him as a black man from BX's.
The other stuff, I can see how you could say some of the other stuff he was saying was prejudice for sure. He was calling me ghetto and all those other shit. And when you pile that on the way he said it in the context with other shit, I can see how you could think that was prejudice for sure. For sure, right? If anything, I would say it was prejudice just off the fact that I'm from the Bronx and he assumed I was ghetto. You know, the whole Bronx ain't really ghetto or like super like hood. You know, there's like a I guess you could say, I don't want to say uppity, but more upper class part of the Bronx. Like that's an actual thing.
Perspective. That's how BX felt.
I think Ronnie from Jersey Shore is from there.
I am not one to say he's wrong in how he felt. I'm explaining it how he explained it.
This guy saying I sent pictures of my building to his friends, his other content creator friends. This guy's now saying he's going to send emails to YouTube to try to get my channel shut down. Cancel culture is real. Send this to any content creator you know. They're going to probably ignore it because I'm an asshole, but do it anyway so you can see what happens.
She said something about his address and I do people alert and I look up stuff. Look, I told him, okay, wait, don't make deal with have a monthly subscription. It's crazy. We're going back a little bit. This man is going to admit to everything that was claimed in my video. Make sure you guys watch from yesterday, guys. After this, we play game. Shout out to y'all. Put it in the comments. He's going to fully admit, like, yeah. I go to this website, I give you personal information, I use it. But he's going to say that.
Yeah, there's 100% middle class Bronx and all that. But to be clear, I'm lower class. Yeah, we was poor, but we wasn't like, I'm not gonna say we struggled. My mom worked extremely hard as a single mother, to make sure that we wasn't doing like bad, right? But we definitely was from the hood, like 100%. But I wasn't like homeless. I was homeless later on in life when I chose to go out on my own as a teenager. But my mom worked really hard to provide. And one day I would like to pay it back.
That Molly was the whole time was asking him to do the same things. For she just like quoting him. Guys, this is crazy. You see what I have to deal with, right? Now you know why I'm such an asshole. Why I'm cutthroat wise. I don't give a damn about my feelings.
Like, maybe below middle class. Because middle class in the Bronx to me, I was definitely below middle class for sure. For sure. Me and my project friends for sure. Yeah.
In the fan game, not just me in the fan game.
It was like I did live in the projects. Well, I would say not all my life, maybe 1/3. And then eventually I think we got an apartment that was like next to the projects, right? But I was still hanging out in the projects most of my childhood. So yeah, playing manhunt. I remember the blackout. That shit was crazy. Me and my dumb friends, teenage, we running around pitch black, stupid. Nigga, somebody could have snatched us. Like that shit was not safe at all. And that was like a big blackout too back in the day. I think New York had a bunch of blackouts back when I was in the city.
Have to deal with. Okay, so she said, what was one of the things? She said something about his address, and I do people look and I look up stuff. Look, I'm very vocal about this. I do have a monthly subscription to a search engine. And people harass me.
Hold on, let me because I just said I'm not lower class. Maybe I'm interpreting the classes wrong then, right? Maybe I'm into because I seen like in my mind there's two other like classes beyond that. So when I say lower class, I just in my mind that just means that you wasn't like really like you wasn't middle class. Middle class to me is like you got a house. You know what I mean? we didn't have no house. We wasn't starving, but we ain't had no house. Right? Like we was starving, but we still used the oven for heat sometimes. You know what I mean? And for a dryer. And I was hand washing a lot of clothes on my own too, because I felt like that. But I don't know. Middle class to me is like as if you in a house, right? Maybe I'm tripping. You're not lower class because your mother worked hard to keep you all clean. Facts, dress, facts. Bed in the house, nice. Yeah. But maybe I'm just misunderstanding the difference between class levels, right? Because I assume lower class just meant that you didn't have a house and maybe your family didn't have a car, type shit like that, right? Just the light stroke, just average hood shit. To me, I thought that was lower class. Or am I tripping? Have y'all ever seen pictures of the Bronx? Maybe I need this to show you what the Bronx looked like when I was a kid. Maybe because people always say this, and then when I show them, they like, okay, why you put a picture of Afghanistan up? And I'm like, oh no, that was the Bronx in the 90s. People like, oh, I thought there was actual buildings there. That looks like a bunch of vacant lots. I'm like, yeah, that was the Bronx in the 90s. So maybe. I don't know, man. It looks way better now if you ever see the Bronx. But back in the day, man, John, tell you. But maybe that's just a misunderstanding of me with the classes. But I made it very clear. My mom definitely worked hard so we didn't have to struggle. That's for sure. We dealt with normal hood stuff, but we were good. We never starved. Like my mom worked extremely hard. And one day I would like to be able to pay her back for that, for sure. Like I don't want my mom to ever have to lift a finger, right? Because she really worked her ass off, right? Super worked her ass off to make sure we was good. So yeah, by me saying low class, that just was my understanding of the classes. I don't want to make it seem like I was in any way unappreciative of the hard effort that my mother put towards me and my older brother not living in the streets. Because definitely no, when I was a teenager and I decided to be independent and be on my own, I did live in the streets for some point in time, and I realized how good I had it. So at no point in time do I want to make it seem like my mother didn't go hard in the paint, because she, without a doubt, my mom is a savage. She go hard, she hustle, she work. Know what I mean? I get my work ethic from her. So yeah, I never want to say that. You know what I mean? Shit. I'm up. Same way my mama probably up working on something. I'm up working on something right now. Right now.
And I think everybody should have that. This is disgusting. That's disgusting, fam. That's nasty.
He said he bleeped out his docs. Did you want him to re-dox himself? He's telling it right here. I don't know much more besides replaying it. I love when people say that. Like, if you don't show the docs, then the docs didn't happen. You know what I mean? It's like, crazy. Oh, okay, so I have to re-dox myself. We can't take context clues and see it right there.
So then you can just say anything from harassment, and now you're excused for wanting to dox people and give you personal information, you nasty baby back bitch.
Said my address. I bleeped out the portion where he said my address and my full name.
We're looking for you to do whatever you want, and I'm gonna get them links to all your videos where you're calling me a liar about where you live, and we're just gonna let them decide on who's the liar or not with tracking numbers. Will that work out for you?
The same video, he's also going to admit to how he got the information and
Paper, but that's what I'm gonna do. You can
we're not just hearing him.
we can talk a lot of shit online. So I guess the only way to prove who the real liar is to see who gets shut down first for breaking precedents.
So Save Robbie, the same guy that false copyright strike me multiple times. After he lost, he had to dox me because he couldn't get what he wanted because I was talking crap. This guy, same as I sent pictures of my building to his friends and his other content creator friends. This guy's now saying he's going to send emails to you to try to get my channel shut down. Cancel culture is real. Send this to any content creator you know. They're going to ignore it because I'm an asshole, but do it anyway so you can see what happens.
She said something about his address and I do people over and I look up stuff.
I was right. They did. Only one person spoke about it. Shout out to John Crumbs.
Look, I fly very okay, wait, you're going to make you have a monthly subscription. It's crazy. We're going to back a little bit. This man is going to admit to everything that was claimed in my video. Make sure you guys watch the stream from yesterday, guys. After this, we play game. Shout out to y'all. Put it in the comments. He's going to fully admit, like, yeah. I go to the website, I give you personal information, I use it to he's going to say it. But he's going to say that Molly wrote with us all the time and was asking him to do the same things for people that she disliked. Quoting him. Guys, this is crazy. You see what I have to deal with, right? Now you know why I'm such an asshole, why I'm cutthroat wise, I don't give a damn about my feelings. It's because this is the type of thing in the fan game. Not just me in the fan game have to deal with. Oh, okay, so she said, what's one of the things? She said something about his address and I do people over and I look up stuff. Look, I'm very vocal about this. I do have a monthly subscription to a search engine in case people harass me. And I think everybody should have that.
This is disgusting. That's disgusting, fam. That's nasty. So then you can just say anything's harassment and now you're excused for wanting to dox people and get people's personal information, you nasty baby back bitch. Yo, these people are disgusting, fam. He is fully admitting,
yeah, shout out to John Crumbs because he was the only person, I swear, bro. I'm trying to think right now. Yeah, only one person. No one else cared. They ignored it. People telling me stop crying. Yo, the only person that really stood up was John Crumbs. So anytime he need me, just let me know. Like he already know that. If there's any smoke, is there anybody want smoke with John Crumbs and he hit me up, I got him. I'm gonna hold him down, right? Because he a real one. He didn't have to do that, right?
Yeah. Crazy words, Robbie. Oh, hell on, go to heaven. Remember that. Remember that. I learned that from George Jefferson.
Are we going to get to the part where he doxes you publicly anytime soon? Because so far he hasn't.
You're just retarded.
No, what I saw was you invite somebody who was obviously, your name on that panel was Robbie is a bitch. You said, come on, keep going. Don't invite.
You didn't hear the part where I bleeped out him. Fuck all the extra bullshit you saying for your dumbass friend, you stupid bitch. You didn't hear the part where he got me.
Why are you so mad, bro?
I'm not mad.
So mad?
I check stupid bitches like you. Because you think that you're doing something.
You're not.
I mean, if you were arguing that somebody doxed you and you're saying they didn't dox you, you know what I mean? You want to be mad as well? I think I'd be mad. You have a reason to be mad. You're dismissing what he's telling you.
You're not
trying to say Robbie blatantly put my family's life at risk. And also, she's going to admit towards the end that she was well aware and she thinks that I deserve to be doxxed. I was begging for it. She's going to say
anything. What you're doing is you're selling yourself. You're a victim. You're a victim, just like all the other people on here.
You see how she switched up so crazy, guys? Hold on for a second, because you're trying to talk over me, and I don't like when stupid bitches do that. Y'all see how she switched up so crazy? She was so quick to come in, right? Oh, you see how people be coming at men, and you don't just it's wrong for people to go after families. You shouldn't do anything of that nature. But when my family's at risk because her friend doxed me, it's you're a victim. It's a bitch.
I can't really control what he's.
Let's turn it back up.
Okay, no, we're not doing that. we ain't gonna fucking skip my intro. That there's a purpose to that, Granny. He's mad.
You're not giving me a chance.
I can't really control what he says.
Let's hear what the retarded bitch got to say. You're so mad, bro.
I'm not calling you names. Do you notice how I'm not calling you? You notice how I'm not calling you names?
Did you notice how?
Do you notice how I'm not?
Did you notice? Did you notice? Did you notice how you got?
Why are you talking over me? I thought a conversation works.
The one time I did it, she was crying. She did this multiple times today. Oh no, can't take the same energy, you stupid bitch. Oh no.
I am absolutely not matching your energy because I don't need to lower myself to this type of childish, idiotic behavior. I'm sorry.
You've been a childish, idiotic bitch the whole night. What are you talking about? You're no better than no one, you stupid, retarded bitch. What are you talking about? Your best friends with some.
Yeah, when BX gets triggered, he does resort to the name calling and the speaking over, and you can't get.
Suck my dick. When he gets triggered, bitch. Come on, it's funny how the same people that was begging me for help claim that I get triggered. Was you triggered when you was begging me for help and begging me to host your trash ass debates with your whack tactics? Fucking loser. miserable bitch. You're triggered. I don't have to be triggered to call you a miserable bitch. That shit is literally just words. I have no hate or disdain for you at all. Right? It's just I know that you guys get triggered when I say it. And then something's wrong with people that they try to force their fucking feelings onto others. Right? It's really weird.
The word, and I agree. It gets aggravating. It's silly. It is, everything.
Oh, yeah, it's aggravating. Okay, exactly. Exactly, dumb. Just because you're aggravated don't mean I'm triggered. It means that me aggravating you is causing you to be triggered, you loser. Oh, man, fuck this weird ass bitch. I got no respect for her at all. She's taking nonstop shots at me and try to hide it behind, oh, well, I'm showing him love and saying he did good. Bitch, you taking nonstop shots at me, questioning my integrity, triggered? Over who? Over you? I don't care about you enough. No, I care about her. I'm laughing and joking. How am I triggered? I'm having fun the way I want to have fun because the conversation's already done. Triggered? Eat a dick. Hey, come on to my stream. Let's see how I trigger you, bitch. I bet you won't.
It gets aggravating. It's silly. It is, everything. But it is what happened. It's part of the stream.
Motherfuckers could literally nonstop. We've been listening to this shit. The stream was like maybe 2-3 hours. Niggas could nonstop take shots at me. The first time I pressed my button, which mind you see how she skipped it, right? Because she didn't want y'all to see that. That's a character that I do. You see that? She's disgusting. That's being dishonest. You're biased and you're hurt because I told you I don't want to fuck with you no more and please stop hitting me up. So now you're mad. You're a loser. You're a biased loser.
And dox you. Where did he dox you? He didn't say your name. He didn't say your address.
Lonely and weird. The reason why you so deep into this and butthurt is because you have a similar situation. Was he over here falling in love? Was he out here falling in love with fucking Morbid 3.0? You fucking loser ass bitch. Was he the same person crying over? What was his name? Bryken? Syken? Bitchkin? Loserkin? Miserablekin? But what was his name? I don't care. I don't. I'm going to be honest with you. But wasn't you in the same dynamic? Like, is that why you feel so triggered right now? What is it about men that you don't like? Well, unless they're kissing your butt like Morbid. But well, if he was to say, man, and then present Morbid, I would say that a lot of people would think he was drunk. Right? He doesn't have manly qualities.
I mean, you stupid bitch. I blocked it out. Because why would I dox myself again? You retarded bitch.
I mean, why? Yeah, I don't like the R word, but they use it, right? Why would he redox himself though? I do hate.
Why don't you like it? You don't like it? You're triggered. Why are you triggered? Why you don't like it? Why are you so triggered? Why are you so triggered? Why are you triggered? Yo, that is crazy. You cast the stones, but you the one that's hurt.
People say you weren't doxed because you're not going to show us that you. Why would I redox myself? Why would I redox my loved ones? Why would any of us do that? That I don't get.
She wants me to dox myself because I'm so angry. I'm so mad.
Why are you so mad?
I'm so
mad. Because I disagree with your opinion of something that happened. Because I don't agree with your opinion. You need that validation that you were doxed by Robbie. How many years ago was this? How long ago was this? You're still crying about it?
You still crying about it?
You go online, you talk shit to people. Guess what happens? She obviously,
I get doxed. Guess what happens? I get doxed.
See, but this is where he has a point, because you're up here saying nobody should be doxxed, nobody should go into the real world, nobody should be contacting relatives and loved ones, But now you're saying if you're on the internet, you get doxxed.
This is where I have a point. I had a point the whole time. Nincompoops. Know what it is? That's why I can't get mad at you guys. It's because y'all don't have the intelligence level to comprehend anything that I'm saying. So what you even saying is like you forget. You need a tape recorder. Just rewind it back every 10 seconds. Right? You guys speak like y'all had y'all brains microwave and then turn into mush. And all you know how to do is say 3 words on repeat. Blah, blah, blah. You talk like you're a Star Wars character, bitch. right? You talk like you had a third grade reading level and you failed out of that. Shit, and you actually was cheating off of somebody to get past the second grade. I don't know how. Your favorite book is still Barney Adventures. you still think The Cat in the Hat's a good time. You still struggle up with the words too. This is like just fucking 100% proof that not everybody with a platform has any form of intelligence. Sometimes people just get lucky. Right? There's no effort. There's no hard work. Was this bitch working hard to build a following? No, she played victim and built a following. That's all. Right? It wasn't from hard work. There's no effort in what the fuck she does. Right? And because of that, sometimes she talks out her ass. All the time, she talks out her behind. There's not like a solid thought in there. The only times that she actually had a point, she was literally imitating me. All right. Just mimicking my points. Shit, if somebody you don't like, bitch, to still use me to be able to fucking have a good point is hilarious. You couldn't form your own good points against this bitch. She's basic. Tiff ain't a good debater. Oh, she also, wait, guys, if you have any receipts on that, can you send it to me? I think we should start covering Granny's watching. Yep. I was gonna make this a one-time thing. She sent Revenge P. Can you send me any kind of audio of them like talking about it? Wow. I knew she was disgusting. That's why I told her, get the fuck away from me. I knew. I could smell disgusting, nasty behavior from a mile away. That's facts. That's facts. I knew it. Because anyone send that to me via Discord, I'll react to that in my next stream, without a doubt. Anything that you want me to react to on Granny's watching, send it to me. Send it to me ASAP. I'm gonna look at it. We're gonna react to all. Let's add it to the roster. So far we got Clara. We got we could check out Bullhorn. I think you guys sent me something. And also we got this loser. Well, I feel like we missing something. Oh, Morbid too. Yeah. Someone else.
Right. Who could have seen that coming? So which one is it? Tiffany, are you okay with doxing? Do you think doxing is justified because you're a creator? Or are you against it? Because it's situational with you and you know it.
Hey,
Yeah, she was stopped. Did you stop? No, you invited it. You said, come on.
Oh, you invited it. Well, then can the same be said about the phone call that was played because you didn't stop, you invited it?
Wait. Oh, snap. She faked. Did she fake? Can you send me that? She faked having a sickness. Send that to me, man. Send. I remember hearing about that. But then by the time people was talking about that, I already was done with her. But guys, any receipts? In fact, anyone who wants to have an interview, right? I will platform you. If somebody wants to call in now, I will platform you. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Has Granny ever hurt you? Should she ever just lie and just disrespect you just because she was all butthurt because you just didn't want to be around her? Right? She's acting like a crazy sicko stalker, sick bitch, like just weird. She was just weird. Right? Just lose her energy. It puts the lotion from the basket and puts it on the skin. Anyone who has any stories, feel free. Let's set up. Same thing with Morbid. Same thing with the Glare. I will listen to you guys and give a fair and unbiased opinion, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Join my Discord. Moderators, one of my mods, post the Discord link if you can. And if it's already posted, just direct people to it. But I think hearing you guys' stories is important. Now I understand why people kept inboxing me and emailing me saying, yo, we need you in the crime community. You got to roast them, BX. I got you. I definitely got you. I got you. Hey, Granny's watching. If you're watching, you're invited to call in. You invited to call in and go running. That's your choice. By all means. All right. It actually looks like her on the screen. That this is her. This is a picture of her in high school. I went and found her yearbook photo. This is her. This don't look like her. This is her.
I mean, come on. funny.
Come on,
Right?
keep
All right, so guys, you peep how this stupid retarded bitch, right? When it was a woman and a man.
I'll argue that, Cass.
Yo, send it to me. I got you. I'll cover it. Send it to me. I'll cover it from beginning to end. Give my full opinion. I'll do interviews, all of that. Just send me the info. Let's send it via Discord
You should bet she has so much to fucking say, but then when her friend
or email.
is out here being disgusting, her whole demeanor switch. Where's this nice, respectful woman? Where's this? Oh,
Let's be honest. The only difference is who it involves.
I'm not going to remember it, especially if you just putting it in the chat. Send it to me via email or Discord if you can. So I can remember it and look through it. Right. If you have any specific clips, send that too as well if you're able to.
That's it. That's the only difference. And that's the way YouTube is. And it's not just you. It is everybody on YouTube entirely. People are okay with certain behaviors so long as it doesn't affect them or somebody they care about. Right? Facts. The way it is on YouTube.
You should learn from me. I'm so elegant because I'm an old bitch that got no time. No, she got mad time. This bitch has been sitting on here talking with me for mad long, and I'm disrespecting the fuck out of her. Clearly, she liked being degraded like a stupid.
No, I just like you exposing yourself because clearly you're
no one ever seen me talk like this. I've never put a button that fucking signifies I'm about to talk like this. Oh my gosh, I've never seen this coming, you stupid bitch.
Are you okay?
I'm exposing myself for a character that I do with a
You are.
Oh my gosh.
You are. You're showing. You're just.
Yes, I'm showing my colors. What you gonna do about it, bitch? Do you got a man that you want to talk with? Bring a man on the line. Bring a man.
We do need a man on this channel. Let's bring a man on the line. Let's find one.
Yeah, bring a man.
Let's find one on YouTube.
Show the camera so you can see your ass face, and then you can see a man. That's man enough for me. Show your fucking face. Show your face, you dusty bitch. Show.
What's crazy is how the hell did we even get here? See how quickly that turned left? I didn't even know.
That wasn't quick. I was being extremely nice to this woman for like an hour plus, bro. Like, I don't know what you see what I mean? I just told you, she can't comprehend. There's no level of intelligence. How did we get here? You just reacted to me for over 2 hours, bitch. And you don't know how we got here? Then clearly you don't understand. That's insane to me. That's insane.
Oh, how they got there.
Like, oh, she quiet now. Holy shit.
I'm crying. I'm just waiting for you to come up prayer. I'm waiting for you to come up prayer.
Now you're stupid and you can't hear.
I'm waiting for you to come up for air. Are you done yet?
You can't talk and listen. You can't talk and listen. I'm waiting for you to come up from there. What do you?
No, I wouldn't. But
I wouldn't look at you twice though.
Yo, look, her whole chat calling me an incel. Oh, that's so funny. Oh man, y'all wish that to be the case. Y'all really do. The same chicks that would be quick to call me now is the same ones that call me at 2 a.m. to break their back metaphorically. And then go back to the good guy right after that. Right? Get out of here. As if I would even give you the chance.
So that's fine. I'm not. I'm perfectly okay with that.
But you're still talking to me.
I just have one question for you.
I'm not answering no question from you, stupid bitch. It's a question from you.
This is why you have 8 people in the chat.
I don't give a fuck.
This is why you have 8 people.
This would be the point where you take the advice you gave May and just leave because there's not going to be any end result here. It's just going to be name calling and arguing and stupidity. It's not going to be anything different.
So
and
what?
The comment about chatters, I mean, come on. You know? You don't get much
This is why you're a big old fucking joke. This is why you have to buy all your subs. This is why you go around and you are chasing clout, promoting yourself shamelessly in somebody's chat of a bunch of people who can't stand you, who see you for the clown that you are. This is why you get doxxed. This is why you get all the fuck shit that you beg for it. Because you're begging, honey, you're begging for relevancy. It's pathetic. You are begging for relevancy and attention. Get off your
once again, this is where, she says, this is why you get doxxed. I don't think, I get her defending Robbie if they're her, she's friends with Robbie. I get it. BX and Robbie have a very long history with each other. We've all, but what you're saying, Tiffany, is we all reach a point where we're okay, where we want to dox somebody, right? We all reach a point where we get enough of being poked at every single day.
No. This Granny's, yeah, she definitely doxed somebody, didn't she? I'm gonna have to look into that. That's nasty. No, I've never reached that point, Granny. I've never got so mad over words that I wanted to endanger anyone or their family. That's not my style. Maybe it's because I'm not a weak-minded loser, but okay. Yeah, no, never wanted to do that to anyone. That's you. That's you, Granny. It's almost everybody wanted to. Yes, guys, if y'all have more information of like the nasty stuff she did, send it to me. I'll review it. We'll add her to the agenda. There's no problem. Right? I don't mind. I definitely don't mind.
You get enough of being, people doxing you and going after you and going real life on you that you want to do it back, right?
Your knees, boy.
No,
I got a superpower. Oh, I'm a boy now.
I never dox anyone who doxed me.
Oh, here she go. Oh, no. I thought she would have lasted a little bit longer.
Play it, or we'll get canceled again. Do it.
He's mad.
All right, I think we're done with that. So it just went completely left field. But yeah, that was today's stream. I thought it was interesting that the May and Morbid situation was still going on. I found it interesting that somebody we are familiar with was on panel. I did agree with a lot of what she had to say. My understanding is Robbie did dox BX, but BX was absolutely poking at Robbie every single day. And I get the point where we get...
That's not true. That's not... See, yo, she don't even know. That's crazy. It's so easy for her to spread misinformation. Guys, let me say it one more time how it happened. I was doing a live stream. A bunch of fans and supporters asked me to look at one clip. I looked at it. I can tell he was drunk and just belligerent. And I said so. And then he striked my video down. And then used that information to dox me. No, wait, correction. He then emailed me after he striked me and said, let's have a talk. I'm talking about like 5 minutes after he striked my video down. They said, I think we should talk, which I already knew what that was. So I just didn't respond. All right. And then he doxed me. And then I started dumping on him on a regular basis. So no, you see how she just misrepresented that? That's the same way it happened without a crystal ball too. Right? Like I interviewed with her. And then when she got a huge backlash, she threw me under the bus and threatened to sue me. Right. And then I started roasting her every day. That's usually how it went. I don't just pick someone and just thought, oh, let me just, who was he? I didn't even know who he was. I just thought it was fake because people were telling me, oh yeah, his thing is sobriety. I remember in that specific video, I'll probably even have to look for it. I'm like asking like, all right, so hold on, what's the problem? You just having a good time? Well, you having a drink. And then the chat had to explain to me, no, you don't understand, Beast Boy. Sobriety is his thing. He's not supposed to be doing that. I was like, oh, yeah, well, he definitely drunk right now. It's the same thing with Molly Golightly. That was when I first discovered her because people sent me a clip of Molly Golightly saying the N-word, right? Like rapping a song or something like that. And I remember my exact words was, I don't think she's racist. She's probably just trying to get some clicks and views, but I don't think she's racist. And then what Molly Golightly do? Spaz out. Call me all types of crazy things. And then I started covering her. But mind you, Molly Golightly apologized to me and then asked me to talk about her again. That's what people never understood. When her fans be like, oh, you obsessed with Molly. I'm like, yeah, man, if I leak these DMs with Molly, right? That's why I did an interview with Molly Golightly. Because I was like, yo, the conversations we're having on the phone, we need to get this on record. Because she's saying so many things. I'm like, I want the public. And do I get credit for that? No. Do I get credit for getting Molly Golightly to admit that she did everything for money? No. Do I get credit for getting Molly Golightly to admit in front of everybody that she was pretending and acting when she was doing these true crime cases the same way she did on reality TV? No. No credit for that. And among other plethora of things. I got 2 interviews with Molly Golightly. You could check that out on this channel right now that you're probably listening to the live stream on. If you checking out the playback, go to my BXBeastBoy live channel. But yeah, she exposed like everyone, all her friends got exposed, right, in those interviews, right? But yeah, it's never like me I pick somebody and I randomly think about this. Was I doing granny watching video? No. And now after sitting here and like listening to myself get disrespected over and over again, when mind you, all I did was tell her that I don't want to affiliate with her anymore. Like a year ago. You still holding these grudges, you bitter bitch? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Don't question my integrity when you have none. So yeah, I'm going to look into her stuff And now she's a topic. Now she can say, I cover her every day. Because I will. Is what it is.
To a point where we're done being poked at, doesn't mean we should automatically go real life. No. And then not deny it later on because, well, it happened, right? You can't deny the facts. I found it ironic how at one point it was like, don't go real life and don't dox. And then suddenly it was like, well, this is why you get doxed. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it goes to show, this was a great stream of how when people don't get the opinions they want, they don't get the feedback they want, they don't get their message heard the way they want, suddenly their message can change. May was up there enjoying herself. She was enjoying herself at the expense of Morbid's bad, Morbid wrong. And the minute somebody else came up and tried to offer a different perspective, she was no longer playing. She took her ball and went home. I don't want to hear you. Hey, Lori, which I found to be quite ironic. And then, Tiffany up there with the, I don't like doxing, keep it to YouTube, no real life. And it ended in, this is why you got doxed. It's just funny how quickly people's opinions or situational morals will go out the window, if you will. And let's face it, there is a lot of situational morals out here. There's no doubt about that. So what do you guys think? Interesting? Wild? The relationship from hell? Tube's on fire? We can't get past it? It's taken over everything? Good question, Mike. Why did she go on BX panel if she didn't like him? I don't know. I just thought it was so many emotions, but it was just great to see the way things spin like that. You know what I mean? And listen, let's face it, we are all a little situational. We are all a little hypocritical. Like I said, and I will always say.
No, just you. Just you. Stop putting your own flaws on other people, you sicko. You Jerry Seinfeld looking ass bitch. I need to put up a picture from that one when I talk about her. Let me download a picture of Jerry Seinfeld. She looks just like Jerry Seinfeld. She looks like female Jerry. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture of female Jerry. Let me see if I can find a picture of female. Yo, you can't tell me she don't look like female Jerry. This is hilarious. Oh, no, I need to get the side by side. Wait, nah, yo, she looks like female Jerry. Hold on, let me see if I get a picture of this Jerry without the names in it. Let me see. All right, this is a good one. This is Jerry side by side with her. Tell me when I put this picture up. Tell me this don't look like Granny's watching. Oh, this picture fit even better, bro. Hold on. Let me clear out the way. This is golden. I'm surgical when it comes to picking characters for who somebody look like. It's not Granny's watching. You telling me that's not Granny? Yo, fam. I don't think y'all understand, bro. I don't think y'all understand. That's her if I ever seen her, bro. That's not her. I dare you. I dare you fix your face and tell me that's not her. Tell me Granny watching don't look like female Jerry, my nigga. This is the new picture I'm using for her. Because that's female Jerry. She look like female Jerry. She's a female Jerry ass looking chick.
People never care about people's behaviors, ugly behaviors, until it affects them.
Or Jim Carrey when he used to put the bathing suit on and do the skit on Living Color.
That's it. That's period. That's a fact.
She looked like fire.
And I'm sure if the day ever comes where Tiffany is back to being a victim of Robbie's, she'll be saying the same thing about Robbie that BX is saying. And until then, she's not, It's just the way it is. She not age, what the fuck? It was BX ball with Robbie crying over a picture of a bus when he's brutally doxing on YouTube. Yeah.
You think he was crying over a picture?
What I find really ironic, and I'll be honest, is where'd that just go? Hold on. In Epoxy, Robbie cried over a picture of a bus when he brutally doxed many on YouTube.
In Epoxy was crying. He cried over a picture of a bus?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I do find it ironic, and I do appreciate the fact that some people see it. But, keeping things to YouTube, we should be doing that. In real life, we shouldn't be doing that. Doxing, we shouldn't be doing that. I love the fact that you have somebody that I believe, I don't know if you said with them anymore, Tiff, but they do mod for the same person, out here screaming that Granny's a real life or Granny's a doxer with zero proof. One person she's claimed I doxed and chased off the internet. She sounds like an idiot because they...
Send me proof. Guys, if she did any of that stuff, send it to me. I'd love to see the proof. Yeah, Jerry has more talent, but I'm talking about female Jerry.
They stayed on the internet well
Right.
after
Female
what you're claiming
Jerry.
was a dox, which was not a dox, showing
Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button.
that I had a prior history with somebody who came out for no reason swinging at me with a hate channel. I never said her full government name on there. But what I find ironic is people want to paint people as doxers and real lifers and all this thing when they're their enemies. But when you're moderating for people who are doxers, real lifers, you fail to mention then that there are these things, right?
Oh, you nasty. Are you saying that because they didn't complain when they knew you was doxing, that they okay, all right, I guess that's fair. I just don't want to hear it coming from you.
Because you're not really against doxing or in real life, but you know majority are, so you weaponize it and you're feud against somebody, but neglect the fact that you moderate for people that do the same thing. Matter of fact, one person doing this dug all into Misfit Jenny's Facebook last night and was sending pictures from her Facebook to humiliate her. So are you really against those things or are you not? That is the question I have. That's something we all need to think about. And at the end of the day, I think we can all
Yeah, so she looked like Kramer.
collectively as a whole, regardless of what side you're on, can admit that we are so tired of the May 1st Morbid shit, right?
I'm seeing female.
What do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat if you're done with it, if you're overhearing it. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that.
Oh, shut your ass up. All right, so yeah, she crying about something that I don't know why she's so upset about it. But to be honest, I knew from that comment that she was going to be really passive aggressive and then just start saying disgusting stuff. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Yeah, it is what it is.